you want to do some Century Clubs right out of the gate? I'll have to keep up with them, too. No, ma'am, I only ate my sandwich, and I'll come back to it. I'll have a baked potato at midnight tonight.
You're going to lead us off, though, ain't you?
I will. But I want to be focused this time. I messed up coming on the air last night.
We were talking, and all of a sudden it was like, go, and I'm like, oh.
I was less than professional.
Going to do it again.
Good evening and welcome to the 54th Annual Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction on WKDZ-FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton. Phone is ringing already. We have bids coming in and we have people offering us the Century Club donations, right? Well, that's good news because tonight we have 200 items that you can bid and buy on in our online store. I don't think we've ever had a Thursday night with 200 items. We've had a few Friday nights that looked and felt like that, but never a Thursday night. We're looking for a terrific night tonight. A lot of new items went in tonight, so if you think that you already have full bids, you might want to go in and make full bids and one, because a lot of people are bidding way over value, and we appreciate that. That's exactly what we ask the community to do. Will you step up and help us exceed our goal this year? Let's surpass that, because we want to be able to go out this next year and actually look for projects that our community needs for us to fulfill and to honor. I have Alana Baker here with me again tonight, and JB Moore. I hope you can put up with us for another night.
I'm not worried about us, Beth. It's JB. I mean, we were pretty hard on him last night.
I know, he did.
I thought y'all would run me off by 3 nights, but I'm still here.
He said he tried to behave himself. I said you had no choice. You had 2 women against
That's
you.
right.
So.
He knows who's in charge.
Exactly. In addition to 200 items that we're going to be selling online tonight, we have a $10,000 match
Oh, wow.
on the Century Club. $10,000, guys. And I absolutely know we're going to get the job done. Our first match of the week ended up on Tuesday night, which we've never done, but we had $7,000 Tuesday. We surpassed it. We had $9,000 on Wednesday. We surpassed it, and we have $10,000 tonight. So we're going for the surpass, right?
Well, of
All
course.
right, let's roll, JB. Let's get her done.
Well, I had a really good day at the office today. Checks were rolling in. So I'm glad you announced the match.
Good.
Prior to what I'm fixing to read you, I've got a fleet of Century Clubs that people drop checks by the office
Yes,
today.
baby.
And we can't thank you guys enough for that. So without further ado, I'm fixing to start reading my list of Century Club. If you hear anything on here that inspires you to want to give, call 270-522-3232. Penny Jones and a whole crew is walking in here, so if it inspires them to give too, that's absolutely fantastic.
Well, they are actually here to give, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you do your Century Clubs, and then we'll go to the Hopkinsville Club's celebration.
Sounds great. In memory of Robert and Mathis McAtee, Paula Dickerson and Mary Jane McAtee have gave $250 in memory of their mom and dad. So thank you, Miss Paula and Mary Jane. Paula is married to Dan Dickerson, who was a longtime Rotarian who helped year after year with the auction. Dan, we miss you being downtown and helping with those items. You were always a vital player with the Rotary Club, and we thank you for your service as well. But thank you all for that $250 Century Club donation. I got in the little box out front today from Conrad and Norma Martin, a $500 Century Club. Conrad, we thank you all for that donation, and that's adding to our match money tonight. I've also at the office today had John and Connie Herndon brought $300 in. So thank you all for that.
Thank
$300. So that's $1,050, but I've got one more, and this was actually Mr. Steve Hargis came by today from, no, No, I get rid of checks because they migrate away if not. But Steve Hargis, from the manager from Southern States at Cadiz, he said, I actually work with Alana, so I'm going to give Alana credit for this.
All right, girl. Girl credit.
But Mr. Steve brought by a $500 check, Southern States at Cadiz. So
Thank you, Steve.
good start on that. And we'll get going. We got two fine gentlemen that have just walked in here, Beth, right before I got started. I mean, they creeped in like right at time.
I know. I think they wanted to see what's going on behind the crazy scenes here. And it is crazy. Hey, we welcome the Hopkinsville Rotary Club tonight. Give it up for Hopkinsville. You guys want to join us right here at the end on the microphone? We'll remind you your mic is hot and you're on television. How about that?
And people are watching. I learned that last night.
And we've already gotten ourselves in trouble because we're not used to that. You guys have been on TV. Let me see. I think it started in about 1984 or 5, I think. I was telling these guys, it was my school project at UK to do the lighting grid to put the Rotary auction on television for the first time in Hopkinsville. So that's how I remember. It was either 84 or 85. So y'all are used to having to behave on camera. We're not, so.
Well, we don't always behave.
That's right.
We don't always behave.
We know all about a hot mic. We know all about a hot mic, so we've been warned by Jeff about a hot mic. So.
Well, fantastic. Thank you guys so much for coming down tonight, and we've enjoyed a very, very long partnership. Our club celebrating, we started our club in 66, our first auction in 67, so this is our 54th annual. You guys have a few years on us.
Just a few.
Just a few. So you've got a big year this year to celebrate for next week, right?
We do. Yeah, we're excited for you guys and what you guys are doing down here. It gets us fired up about what we're doing. I'm Scott Cowan. For those that don't know, listen on the air, president of the club this year. Behind me standing is Cody Knopfsinger. He's our auction chair this year, and so he's been hard at work, and he gets all the stress I had last fall. And I had a different kind of auction, but we're excited to have our auction kind of be live and everything again this year. And Beth, we just appreciate you guys having us down here, and we came down because we wanted to donate a check to you guys and wish you the best in what you're doing. We're excited that you guys are doing this too. I've never been in this room before. This is incredible. I love the museum aspect of this.
Thank you.
But we just wish you guys the best and hope you have a very successful auction. We know that you guys have the same kind of cause that we do behind what we're trying to do. And it's exciting. It's an exciting time of year. We call it auction season. It's kind of a new thing we've kind of coined, and it's auction season. 100%. And it's fun, and you guys are going through it too. So
like Happy Rotary, right? Instead of
Yes.
Happy Derby, it's Happy Rotary here.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
it really is pretty impressive when you think about these two communities being right next door to one another. The highest per capita in the world, and then the highest in the world, back to back, 2 weeks back to back,
Yeah.
in two towns back to back. I mean, that's just really almost an unheard of thing.
That's out of 32,000 clubs worldwide. So that's
Yes.
pretty fantastic to be able to do that in our little corner of Western Kentucky. For
Pretty
sure.
impressive, isn't it?
It's humbling is what it is, that
Yeah.
our community support us this much. It's amazing. It
When I
really is.
travel and people, sometimes they'll hear about it in a magazine or, Rotary, anywhere you go in the world, you can find a fellow Rotarian if you just look up. Pick your head up just a little bit, you'll find someone. And so we always manage to get somehow around to the auction. And people will say to me, well, then you must live in that must be a wealthy area. And I said, first of all, I did say Western Kentucky, right? We are a very average community. In fact, if you go look at our data, we're actually under in a lot of financial categories and averages and in per capita. It's not about wealth and money. It's about wealth and heart.
It's about generosity. It's incredible. It really is.
So thank you guys. We appreciate
Well,
you a
thank you
whole
guys.
lot.
Y'all get on with it.
We'll be up next week to see you guys, and
Well,
we
hold
are
on. Before they
jealous.
go, let's bust this check open. We've got a
Yeah,
match
bust it open.
tonight, so
Oh,
let's
match money tonight. We got
hand that.
I'll pass it over.
pass the check over.
This is auction chairs. You get to
Okay,
open
I
up the
tell you,
check.
and they sealed it up good too. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, you can't do that.
Can you
This
read
is
that
like,
all right? No, you said you had no problem with money, right?
I have problem like hanging on to. My desk looked like a disaster today,
Oh,
but
I
it was full of
understand.
checks, so I was like excited about it. Okay,
All right, JB
drum
Moore.
roll on.
Let's go.
$1,000. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
We appreciate that, and we wish y'all well with your auction, and we'll be supporting you. And our businesses support y'all, and y'all's businesses support us, and that just shows the true, this is truly a community, separate counties, but we're all one down here. And we thank you guys for coming down and all your people in the Hopkinsville Club. Good luck to you. All right, thank you guys.
Give it up for Hopkinsville Rotary. Let's go, guys. Woo! What a terrific start for our Thursday, right?
That's awesome.
I mean, how can we fail now? We're ready to roll. Let's go. All right, JB, I'll let you have the mic back.
You let me have the mic back?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's amazing. I've had it twice since we've been
Don't
started.
abuse it. Don't abuse it, or you won't get to use it.
I've actually
It'll
had a
be
few more
Alana
century
and
clubs
Beth.
come in. Okay, let me do a little explaining, and then I'm going to get to these few century clubs that I've had come in. First of all, we're on, you're bidding online, WKDZradio.com. You'll go on to the website there. You'll click Big Deals right in the center of the page. Over to the left, you'll find a menu with Rally for Rotary. Click on Rally for Rotary, and then you'll find all of the items that are in our auction that's left. We've had a fleet of items come in and out this week. We've had great bidding action on everything. The top of the list, you'll see Buy It Now items. Those items you just click on. You can immediately, if you want to give a Century Club, if you want to do a bundle of books, there's 20 books plus in a bundle from Kevin Terrell. You just click that, buy it, put an address in, the book shipped straight from his place. What a great item that Kevin and the crew at the book place out there have done for us. Then you can come right down the list and find all of our items. If you would like to sort the items, because we do sell at the top of every hour, 7, 8, and 9. If you go to the very top where it says Sort By, and you click on that little down arrow, you'll find Auctions Ending Soonest. This is the fourth night, I had to say. It's actually Auctions Ending Soon, but I say soonest. And I have been told 4 times now, but I don't listen very well, right? Huh?
It's fine. It's all good.
That soonest is a word. And then you hit that little sort button. If you hit the sort button, all the items besides the buy it now items will be at the top, and that should be the ones that are going to go off the fastest. So click the item itself, and that'll get in there and show you a picture, and you are able to bid within that link of that item. Like the first one you should see is 5 Chick-fil-A meal cards, item 18,980, which is currently at $60 for a $34 value.
I like the
Wow.
way they think. How about
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll go over some items in a minute, but I want to go over some important Century Clubs that we've gotten in. The first one, my buddy H.B. Quinn come in. I had to apologize. I was on him so hard Monday night because he had a little whimper when he came in. He said, "Oh, there's that guy that bullied me on Monday night."
You hurt his
I said,
feelings,
"Oh,
JB.
man."
Yeah.
It was terrible.
You could be
terrible.
nice. It is a week of generosity.
Absolutely.
And
But-
really, he was the guinea pig. You were so hard on
I
him.
know, but he wears this mask that smiles at me all the time. It's like got teeth and stuff, so I get all of I got to get on him. H.B. Quinn has donated $500 Century Club tonight in memory of Isabel Quinn.
And he's
Wow.
already done a Century Club. That's
Already done
that's
one,
the
so
aim one.
that's true match dollars and true Rotarian and a community man. HB's always stepping up and doing things for this community. I've got another one here, Ham Broadcasting.
What?
Who in the world's Ham Broadcasting?
I don't know.
$250 in honor of Gina Allen. So thank you to Ham Broadcasting for that. A minute ago, you were talking about, wealth in our community. And this gentleman came by the office today, and he wanted to see me. And Lisa said, there's a man here that wants to see you. And I said, you know how you always do, well, who is it, She said, well, it's Tulsa Lewis. And I said, really? So I went to the door, and I went outside and talked to him, and he said, JB, he said, y'all have moved me this week. He said, I don't have much money. He actually said, I'm going to give you $25. That's all I can do. He said, I really can't do that. And I said, no, don't do that if you don't need to, Tulsa. It's fine. He said, I'm going to encourage all teachers and staff at the Trigg County school system to donate whatever they can. And I thought, you know what? That is a guy with a heart.
That is really special.
Good job, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Tulsa's one of the best cheerleaders in this community.
Tulsa
You know what?
mows around the school. Yeah. He's there all the time. He's at every ball game. I look up and there Tulsa is. So Tulsa's a great guy, and he's encouraging. He believes in what we do, and it was a touching story to me.
That's awesome.
And so I was really excited. Tulsa, thank you for that. And he challenges the entire school system. Do what you can. It doesn't have to be $100, $500. It can be 25 or 5 or 10, whatever you feel comfortable doing.
If you want to do that online, just look under Rally Dollars. Just type in Rally, and you'll see pop up there $10, $25, $50, whatever your comfort level is. We certainly appreciate the support. The support means as much as the money.
Yes, it does.
To know that we have people who are rallying around to try to do good things for our kids. That brings out the best in all of us.
Absolutely. And I got one more touching story. Is this not just crazy? I tell you, people have really gotten me a little bit emotional this week because I really have. I've been involved with the auction year after year. Last year I was on the radio most every night with y'all. And this year people have started bringing stuff to Farm Bureau because we've been advertising that. And I've seen people that maybe I haven't seen in the past. I knew they were supporters of the Rotary Club, but just now I'm seeing the inside track of a lot of inside tracks. So I've been a basket case, really. I mean, it's been very moving to me, and I just, from all aspects of this, it's been really a life changer for me this week. I've been in the club 7 years, but people like the next person comes by too and talk to you, and it just really makes you think, man, I live in a great place.
You sure do.
Coach George Radford called me on my cell phone today. He said, are you at the office? I said, yes, sir. So he comes by and sits down in front of my desk, and he said, we have, as members of Genesis Express, gathered y'all a Century Club. I said, oh, great. He said, and we want to do this in memory of Brendale Wilson, Arthur Hobson, and Lennis Red. He said, Brendale was the only secretary that they ever had until he passed away. And that was a touching story. And most of you know Arthur Hobson. He was around for years, just a great guy, was always into everything. So, there's two great people. And then Lennis Red worked at the complex, volunteered everywhere, just an amazing person. I said, George, I'd like to recognize every member that you have in Genesis Express because I don't know them all. And they're trying to grow. They're looking for people to come into their organization and help. So I'm going to read you the list and you'll be surprised there's not very many of them. And they're gathering some age, and George was really compassionate today about, they're aging pretty good and they need young people. So we got George Radford, Bobby Acree, Dexter Hobson, John Ladd, Jerry Wilson, Michael Ladd, Randolph Crenshaw, Jonathan White, Eugene Wilson, Lewis Crenshaw, Fred Wilson Jr., Billy Walker, Jock Bingham, Will Lloyd Wharton, and Jason Wilson. So it's
Wow, they do a lot of work for
they
that
absolutely do. So that group of guys gathered us up $350 for a Century Club.
That's awesome.
They are
They be raising their own funds. I mean, they're
absolutely, and
giving
that's
when they need
exactly
to be
what I
received.
said. And I told him today, I said, if there's anything that Genesis Express needs, and he knows this, he said, y'all have done over and beyond, and you help us anytime we need. But that group of guys there, if you see any of them out in town, you thank them because they are avid community members. Some of them are in the background. John Ladd coached high school baseball when I was coming through. Those guys are truly gentlemen, and they are just a stipend in the community. So I've been touched today, Beth, by just a few little bit of traffic that
You've
came
had
in.
a good day today.
I absolutely have. It's been the best.
Has it lifted you up? I know it's been a long week. As the auction chair, you've had a whole lot going on. Do you feel
I feel regenerized
Yeah.
or energized, or I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I'm like ready to go. Although I'm getting hot, so I'm gonna have to pull this sweater off because it was a little chilly in the wind, but it's no wind in here. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give those Century Club shout outs today, and we thank each and every Century Club, whether it was the $25
You bet.
or the $1,000 from the Hopkinsville Club. So let's move on to let them know what items we're selling at 7 o'clock because we're getting closer. What are we about? 38 minutes?
38 minutes.
All right.
You ready? All
Ready.
right. So let's start. We've got a bunch of items tonight. What'd you say, Beth?
200
items selling tonight. So we're going to run through what's selling at 7 o'clock, and bear with us because it's a pretty long list. Lots of gift cards, but there's also some really neat, unique items. I will encourage you, visit the website, wkdzradio.com, click on the Rally for Rotary, sort by that auction's ending soon. Some of these things, you have to see the pictures. That's the beauty of all this being online this year, is instead of just relying on us, and you know that sometimes we can't find the right words to describe things. Instead of just relying on us, you can actually see every item that we have pictures for, and especially these unique things, these things that are built and made by our local craftsmen. It's really neat to see what people are doing out in the community. So let's run through some items that are selling at 7 o'clock on the dot. $25 Pier Floating Restaurant gift card from Prizer Point Marina and Resort. A $10 gift certificate to the famous Gracie Dairy Dip, donated by the Gracie Dairy Dip. I think they opened up last week. That's always something nice. What was it, Chuck Wagons?
My mother loves Chuck Wagon.
Your mother loves
so
the Chuck
now I've got a
Wagon.
place to take her for
That's-
Chuck Wagon sandwich.
See, $25 gift certificate to Mr. Mulch. Another $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip. That's donated by Abigail Johnson. Thank you very much, ma'am. Wood photo of local Vincent Farms equipment. This is donated by Nick and Ashley Kingston and their children. It shows a harvest picture. It's got a combine tractor and a grain cart. They're not my colors, so I won't be bidding on it. They are Case International, but again, go online, look at the picture. It's really
And
it's
that's
really
actually a
high
picture
quality.
of Vincent. The
Yes,
Vincent
it's their
farm.
equipment, their harvest.
And how cool is that to pick a local family,
Yep.
a local family farm? You know, I mean, that's just spot on. That's
Yep.
what this whole thing is about, is
That's what
celebrating
we've
our
been
community
talking
and the
about this
people in
week.
it.
We've got a homemade from scratch strawberry bundt cake. It's made from fresh strawberries by Janine Tramble. JB, that's got your name written all over it. You love Miss Janine's cooking, so
Absolutely.
here you go. Put your money where your mouth or your belly is. I don't know which way that goes. $50 gift certificate donated by First Choice Tire and Fleet Service. $25 gift certificate to Clean Right Cleaners. Coffee for a year from the Cadiz Family Restaurant. I talked about this one on Facebook a little bit today. I get to keep my favorite daughter-in-law status because I got my father-in-law his coffee for a year
You're
on
a smart
Tuesday, but
woman.
now we've got another one that'll sell tonight.
And this is the last one.
This
we
is the
only have
last
two.
one. So I know there are a bunch of coffee shop morning frequenters. Is that all right? Is that a word?
Frequenters.
Yeah.
It is
We're
now.
just making up words this week.
Make it up as we go.
Somebody that drinks coffee every morning at the Cadiz restaurant needs this gift certificate. 2018 Hess Mini Collection. It's got a fire truck, a tanker truck, and a little truck and racer in it. Donated by a friend of Rotary. That's item number 18948, selling at 7 o'clock. $50 gift certificate to Little River Vet Clinic. $25 Barbecue Shack gift certificate. We've got some VIP passes and 2 elk and bison prairie passes donated by LBL. Let's see, where am I? TCL 43-inch smart TV. This is donated by Tina Loomis State Farm Insurance. This is a $280 value TV. We need some more action on it. 15.5-inch choker necklace. This is donated by the Hitching Post. Again, one of those items you need to look at the picture and see it. I can't do it justice talking about it on the air. It's really pretty. Look that up. That's item number 18233. Large single topping pizza donated by Casey's General Store. $25 gift certificate for Hancock's donated by Barclay Plantation. An angel figurine donated by Stuff and Balloons. Item number 17867. I think there's a couple of those in the store. Tanning certificate donated by Consignment World and Antiques. One night stay for 2 and meal for 2 at Cumberland State Falls State Park. $100 value, that's at $150. Spirit of Rotary bid, also selling at 7 o'clock. $25 Hancock's Neighborhood Market card. 5 Chick-fil-A meal cards. Beth, I heard you say the other night they gave 100 of those, 100 meal cards or something like that.
They gave us 50 meals,
Yeah.
and then we split them up in 10 sets of 5.
That's-
And all of them have gone over value.
How
every
about
single
that?
one, which is great.
That's what this is all about. $50 Hancock's Neighborhood Market gift card donated by RB Electric. $25 gift certificate, Moon River Marina. $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip. Vortex Crossfire 2 red dot sight. This is donated by Harold Knight. Look this item up. It is ideal for an AR-15 shotgun or rimfire. It's a $219 value item, and it's got a Spirit of Rotary bid at $220. So need some more action on that. That's a really, again, we keep talking about hard to find items this week. We've got a bunch of things that are hard to find right here where you can bid on them. A dozen fried apple pies by Vonnie Holsapple. It's a $60 value. We're only at $40. I feel like that's what we talk about all night long is eating something, but that's
We have some good cooks in
these
this
baked
town.
goods. They are where it's at. So, engraved silver kids bracelet donated by Todd's Jewelry. It's a child-sized bracelet. It's got a small cross on it. That's a $25 value. 3-piece tote crossbody bag and clutch. Look this one up. It's a brown leather color, and the tote is large enough for a tablet or an iPad. Definitely something easy to take to work. It was easy to clean, and it's still got the dust covers to keep it in your closet when you're not using it. So that's item number 18423, the tote crossbody bag and clutch. 10 bales of straw donated by Cundiff Farms. And we've got an extra large sweatshirt donated by Friends of Land Between the Lakes. Very, very good items. So I'm gonna let Beth do some and JB do some. And
We have a handcrafted bluebird house. We have several different bird houses that you can go in. Just type in birdhouse. You'll see wren. You'll see bluebird. You'll even see a cedar birdhouse that was given to us by Jim and Linda Tribble that belonged to Big Daddy.
Oh.
And which is really cool. Matt Cunningham. They thought they didn't have any left of his stuff, and they were cleaning some things out and found one, and so they gave it to us. And he always made stuff for Rotary every single year, so that was a very
That's
touching
special,
donation
yeah.
and makes it extra special. We have a $150 gift certificate from McNichols Heating and Cooling. Thank you to the McNichols crew. We appreciate that. A 12-inch ceramic pot donated by Hendon Garden Center. We have a 30-minute massage with Michelle Wade. We'll all need that when this night's over. W.C. White Lumber Company. If you like historical things from your home county, it's a knife sharpener. It was donated by Cherokee Antiques, and W.C. White Lumber Company was here for decades. One of the first sponsors actually on WKDZ Radio, and that item is $18,690. We have a futon, full-size solid wood with mattress, donated by Bobcat Shawley. It's $157 is where we are on that bid. It's a $350 item, so we certainly would like to have more activity on that. We have Temptations by Tara red baking dish set. It's a 3-piece set. One of the pieces is a lid for baking. Beautiful bright red. I love it. 18175 is the item number on that. Again, Gracie Dairy Dip, we have a $25 gift certificate to Katie's Pharmacy. Who doesn't need that? Downtown Katie's print from the 1960s. I love those. Those are from Katie's Ace Hardware. It's a beautiful shot of our beautiful downtown. We have a $20 gift certificate for No Way Jose. There are several of those in the store. If you just Google No Way Jose, you'll find several that you can bid on.
No way.
No way, yes way, yes way. You have a farmhouse framed art donated by Carol Hudson. That's gorgeous, 18692. That's 18692. You have Christmas ornaments from the Tree County Historical Society. I have a Christmas tree that's nothing but the historical ornaments.
That's cool.
I do like, I don't know, 8 or 10 or something, a bunch of Christmas trees, and one of them is nothing but the historical ornaments. It's beautiful. It's in red and gold, and all of those ornaments are very intricately detailed, and so I love that tree. It's one of my favorites. We have 24 ears of sweet corn. That's locally grown sweet corn from our Broadbent babes, and we want to support our kids, certainly. We have a shadow box for our bicentennial pins. That's donated by Chapel Wilson. A gift certificate for an oil change donated by David Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We don't have a lot of oil changes this year because the service departments are busy. They're all overrun right now. And so most gave us cash donations or something different because they are really busy. We have a gift certificate from the Fish and Hole Restaurant. That's one of the Rock Castle favorites. Hess Truck Collectible. It's an RV with an ATV and motorbike. That's item 18949. We need a lot more activity on that item. That's a really cool item. If you've got a little boy on your love list, then you certainly want to think about that item. Again, it's 18949. It's a Hess Truck Collectible RV with an ATV and motorbike. We have a Victory patio heater. This would be awesome for those of us who love our outdoor kitchens and our outdoor space. It's from James Knight Appliance. It's a patio heater that you can put on the wall, and it heats up to 181 square feet, I believe is what the total on that was. That is item number 18124. We have 2 Draw Near lettering prints donated by Lauren Fowler. We have a purple t-shirt donated by Big Apple Grill and Bar. A ball cap from Advanced Auto Parts. If you like ball caps, you collect ball caps, just type in ball caps. You'll be set to go pretty easily there. We have Tree County history books, item 18481. Those are really nice. They're leather bound. They're the editions. The last time we actually had history books done here. We're in the process of doing new history books. So if you want to look back and get the originals from the 80s, this is a good chance to do it at the Rotary auction. Again, we have a haircut from Dave's Barber Shop. We have 2 Blind Brothers mystery box. Bruce Convention Center gift certificate. Events are opening back up. We're hearing that we're about to open up here and be able to do much larger events again, and so we're looking forward to that. And I know Bruce Convention Center is certainly looking forward to being able to host you again. We have a gift certificate for 3 haircuts at Stroud's Barber Shop, a Mountain Dew ball cap, $75 Prizer Point Marina lodging, or Kentucky Lakes KOA camping. We have a lodging for 2 and 2 meals at Dale Hollow Park. If you love state parks, just type in Kentucky State Park, and you will find dozens of gift certificates. They were one of our largest donors this year. We have an Indian brand motorcycle mirror donated by JPM Performance Power Sports. It would be awesome in a man cave, or if you like to collect advertising items. Be sure to check out all of the barbecue sauces from the Kingston family. They've got all different flavors, mild, hot, jalapeno. Just check that out by typing in BBQ sauce. And then be sure to check out the soil erosion blankets donated by Joe Nichols and Seven Springs Farms. I think I was the lucky bidder on a set of those, so I'm going to learn more about it now. JB, we got a few more to announce here, and then our guest in the house
has come in, hasn't
he?
he?
Mr. Keith Washer, who has been a Rotarian for decades now.
We've got a 50-pound bag of LG brand soybeans donated by Nutrient Ag of Hopkinsville. We've got a first pitch softball donated by Trigg County Athletic Department. We've got a $25 gift certificate from Solutions Bookkeeping and Tax Services. We've got a $50 gift certificate to Parker Quick Lube. We've got a $25 gift certificate to the Pier Floating Restaurant. We've got an oil change with filter, item 18071. That's a mystery item. You got to go and see where it came from. 18071. Gift certificate for 1 night lodging and meal for 2 at Carter Caves. And last but not least, we got a $50 gift certificate to Trends and Treasures Merchants Mall, item 18967.
Very cool. A new thing we added this year as part of the Cadiz Rotary Radio auction, because we're not actually doing live bids on air, we wanted to give you a chance to meet some people behind the scenes, people who donate a lot of their heart and soul and time and money to help our youth and seniors. And one of my first experiences with the Rotarian, my first Rotary auction was at the Recreation Complex, and they put me in the inventory room with my friend, Mr. Keith Washer. Do you remember that auction?
Yeah, I remember that very well. The auction that I remember was before you actually were a Rotarian, and I was auction chair. And you kept sticking this microphone in front of me and before and after the auction each night. So that was my first experience with Beth.
Well, admittedly, I have to tell you, it made me very nervous because I wasn't a Rotarian yet. I was just on the outside listening. And boy, those microphones, the things that were being said and done, I was like, oh, Lord, we're going to lose our license. And I was new. I was a brand new manager here, and I'm listening, and I'm thinking, do they really just let them say anything they want to say? Little did I know I'd be one of those who one day was just saying anything I wanted to say, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's a fun week. It's different this year, as I told my wife that, she's used to me being gone, and several years ago she had a stroke, and for many years her mother came down from Joliet, Illinois to stay the week, Rotary Week, but her health is not allowing her to do that anymore. But most of the time, the week before Rotary, I'll usually say, Nan, are you coming down?
She normally helped you with your son, didn't she?
Right, she did. She was a big help. Yes, yes.
Yeah. That's a real commitment to bring your mother-in-law and nanny in just so you could go work for the Rotary auction. And it is a sacrifice, and it is a full family thing. I mean, it's not just the Rotarian, it's every person in the household of that Rotarian. We're altered the week before Rotary auction and certainly the week of. But you do a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Let's talk a little bit about what you do and why.
Okay, well, I've been the Youth and Senior Service Treasurer for many years. When I first came into the club, at that time, everyone had to be president and auction chair. And so Mr. Bill Fuller wanted to retire from being the treasurer, and they said, well, you can't retire till Keith gets through with being auction chair and president. So I don't really know how long I've been the youth and senior treasurer, but as you said, there are many things that go on after the fact, and after we went through the stuff on Saturday, getting all the items in, there would be Sundays where I would spend 5 or 6 hours just trying to go through stuff, and that was before we had all the nice computer stuff and that type of thing and going through. And sometimes I got a little nervous too, because at that time we didn't do debit cards, so it was all cash and checks, and it was there in my house. Just got worried that, that nothing was going to happen to it before I got to the bank on Monday.
Well, the Youth and Senior Services Treasurer is busy all year long. Our club account sometimes gets a little thin. We're not taking care of a whole lot of money in that account, but our Youth and Senior Services, the entire auction proceeds goes through that account, and everything in that account goes back out. And a large part of that is for our scholarships and grants. And you and I have a lot of emails and text exchanges between us trying to keep up with the number of kids that we're writing checks to for grants and scholarships.
That's right. Right now we're averaging about 100 grant and scholarship checks per semester. So July, August, we're pretty busy, and then December, January, we're pretty busy. But as Beth will tell you, it goes on into, even now, we're having someone that called the other day that wanted to follow up on their check, and luckily it had cleared, so I'm hoping that she got that taken care of.
I think I just got one a couple of days ago, and here we are. Let's see, we are almost, well, we are taking applications for the next semester right now. The deadline, I think, was today, actually, and we still have people looking for their checks from January. So it does happen, and the checks had cleared, but many times they don't know, they don't get notification from the school, because we do mail the checks directly to the school, and it's busy, and there are times I think, I can't handle this grant committee one more semester. But then when you do it, it's always very rewarding. And I know that you personally do not get enough thanks for doing a flawless job. I don't think I have ever sent you a message that said, did this person get their check? That you've told me, no, they didn't. And if it was no, it's probably because I didn't get it to you correctly.
Every now and then, there will be one that will slip through that I think we had one on the scholarships with Bill that he had sent it over and it just slipped through, but we got it taken care of pretty quickly.
Well, you're a very busy person, first with your job at First Financial Bank, and that's a busy place to be. And then your wife, requires extra things because of her condition, and then a young son that you try to stay very involved with. He's an athlete, and you're trying to do his games and things. So why do you commit what little bitty time you have left to the Rotary Club?
Well, I just like to see the satisfaction. In a professional world, I've had people come back to me now 20 years later and say, you got me my first house. And I'm thinking to myself, no, you got your first house because your credit was good, your income was good, all that sort of stuff. But they didn't see it that way. To me, it was probably just another transaction. But, to see, kids go to school, right now, one of my employees, Allison Russell, was a Rotary Scholar. So, it's good to see them, come back through and that type of thing. And then next door neighbor, Tyler Ladd, was a Thoroughbred Academy student, and he's actually, I think, graduating early. So, you know, those are just some things that are nice to see happen in the community.
I know you want to encourage young people to become a Rotarian, and in fact, I think you asked me early on to consider becoming a Rotarian, and Donna McNichols, I think, finally extended an official invitation to me, and I believe I joined in 2000. I think that's about right. We want to extend that same invitation to other people in the community who just want to be in a role of doing good things for good people.
Yes, you know, as we get up in age here, you know, I know both of us joined when we're 10, and we've been in for 30 some odd years. But we do need to, you know, get younger folks involved, and it's good to see folks like Alana and JB here and others, you know, within our club. Patrick Dawson's another youngster that's in the club, and good to see some youth and energy.
I think one of the most rewarding things you and I could see is to have our Rotary grants and scholarship recipients, first of all, give back to Rotary. You know, even if it's at a $25 level or whether it's at a $2,500 level. We've had some very successful kids come through our grant and Rotary program, scholarship program. But then, you know, even give beyond your checkbook is to give your time and be a part of Rotary.
Right. You know, there's different levels and all, and I think back a lot of times in auction week and the job that I had done before, I didn't get to bid on a lot of stuff because I just couldn't keep up, you know, what I'm talking about there. So there may not have been times where I was able to purchase things, but, you know, time is another thing that you can't put a dollar value on.
Thank you, Keith. Let's give it up for Keith Washer, one of our star Rotarians. And by the way, congratulations certainly to Keith, who won the big award this last Monday morning. That was very cool, and I think we almost surprised him with it.
We did. He was really shocked. I'll tell you right there is just a great guy. Keith is one of those silent but deadly, I call him. I'll tell you right now, if you want to count on somebody, Keith is a neighbor of mine, and if I need him to pick up the kids or vice versa, he's just a fine gentleman and does a great job. And Keith, we can't thank you enough for all you do. So. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. We've had a Century Club come in, and you've had some too. Man, we've got paper after paper. First of all, we probably need a timekeeper.
You're down to, hold on just a second.
I mean, Jesus, get with the program over there.
15 minutes and 7 seconds.
15 minutes, 7 seconds.
15-minute warning. First group of items to be sold.
And it's a bunch of them.
Oh, man, it is. We stacked 7 o'clock up tonight.
Yeah, it's more than we've had in the past. So I
Yes.
hope if you're sitting on your computer, your fingers are happy. If you're on your phone, you got your thumb ready because it's coming.
Our donors should be happy too, because I mean, I thought, well, I'll just bid on that Stroud's Barbershop. You know, I go there. $100 for $45 value. Look, Jerry Stroud will be going up.
Don't you start that cheapskate stuff. I mean,
You got in trouble last night, JB.
I'm surprised.
I'm telling you.
I'm surprised you didn't have to sleep in the camper last
Well,
night.
did you know if I was in there or not?
I left here late and you'd gone.
And I got to sleep in the house, so that was even better. So we've got a Century Club here from Rita Ballantyne in memory of Pauline Crump. So
There's another.
there's another good one. So a $100 Century Club donation. And you have a few Century Clubs?
I have a couple of Century Clubs as well. I've got Stephen Underwood with a $100 Century Club donation. And we have the Meeting Place, Full Gospel Church on Linton Road with $600
Oh, wow.
for our Century Club tonight.
right.
Now, guys, this is a little church with a big heart right there. And I love
Absolutely.
that. Thank you guys very much. The Meeting Place with $600. And then this one's extra special to me. It's from Gregory L. and Pamela F. Rader. And they have given us a $50 Century Club in honor of the DJ Everett III Scholarship, which is near and dear to my heart. I can't talk to you about it right now, so you're going to need to go on.
All right, well,
Thank
it's
you.
coming up on the 7 o'clock hour. We got items selling. Be in there looking to figure out what items you've got, what items you need to bid on. Don't get stuck having a low bid and somebody coming in at the last minute beating you out on it. So get in
How do
there.
you know that? How do you know that happens, JB?
Because I lost the freezer last night, Alana, okay? Oh, Lord. There was an exciting story, too, that happened today on me. I came in here this morning to do the morning show. Cindy and Alan, if you can't get going with them every morning, it's hard to, you just got to get going. So I came out from the morning show, and there was this gentleman and this young kid holding some UK items. And I thought, well, wonder what they're doing. Well, it was Michael Latham and Drew Latham. Drew was the boy. And I aimed to put this on Facebook today, but I got tied up, and I'm not very good with Facebook anyway when it comes to adding stuff. Now, I can stalk you and roll through there and see what's going on, but as far as putting stuff on, they brought us a signed jersey, a print, and a wall sign, and the wall sign is an old orange and blue one, so it's a really old UK logo sign. But this kid was absolutely the most excited youngster. We took a picture together, so that started my day off too. So I've had a lot of inspiration today.
You've had a good day today.
Man, it's just been awesome.
I hope
so,
Alana doesn't ruin it for you.
yeah, that's probably a pretty good chance. But if you want to look at these items, go to UK or Kentucky or anything, and you should find these 3 items, but they should bring super bucks. One's a signed jersey from Tubby Smith. So, I mean, they really came out with some items today, and if you're looking for UK memorabilia to put in a man cave or a woman cave, or what do they call that, a she shed or
A
something?
she shed.
That's right. a
That's
she
right.
shed.
She shed.
This year, a lot of UK fans longed for those Tubby Smith days. We would like to have had Tubby's record.
We
this
opened
year.
the can.
Beth, I'm so glad you brought that up and not me.
I'm just saying, call it like I see it, right? Hey, we've got guests in the house tonight. Let's give them up a big round of applause. I'm seeing some donations coming in. Hey, Jack, come on over. Let's talk for a minute. We have an 11-minute warning. 11-minute warning.
Yep.
All right, Jack and his beautiful bride. Thank
How
you
you doing?
guys very much. Always give us a nice basket, and we thank you for that. So tell us what you're donating tonight. Yeah, so he's like, okay.
He knows who the boss is.
Yeah.
I'm the Mrs. From the Dermatology and Jenny Stewart Medical Center. My husband supports the Rotary, and I love everything I hear about the Rotary since we got married, and we want to try to donate and something for everyone. And I've been hearing all these wonderful gifts you have, these Prizer Point gift certificates, campers, all these outdoor activities. So we thought maybe a little sunscreen, since I'm a
Good idea.
dermatologist at Jenny Stewart Medical Center. So we have an adult gift basket, and Jack loves all the sunscreens in the adult gift basket. There are so many in there. The other basket is a cute little kid's bucket, little gift basket with some little beach toys and some
cute.
kids sunscreen. So
Cute. Good idea.
hopefully that'll go with your package with the campers and everything else.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. We're getting a lot of really nice stuff. People have been so creative and thinking about different ways that we can make things happen with the Rotary auction. And it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun watching our community rally together for good things. So
Thank
y'all
y'all.
for
And
the
I
bids on the
just want to,
bicycles.
before they leave, I want to say one thing. Jack also donated some really nice turkey calls,
calls.
and he handpicked those. Jack, tell us a little bit about those turkey calls.
Yeah, I mean, some of the folks around here know that we turkey hunt a little bit. And,
A little bit.
and yeah, I sat down and went through probably 100 turkey calls and picked out about 8 or 10 really good ones. And you guys have 3 of them, and they're just absolutely fantastic. I mean, they're not just pretty, they're engraved. They were built by the Amish. They're beautiful, beautiful ornaments, you know, if you just wanted to set them on your mantle or something. But all these, I promise you, I can kill a turkey with them.
Okay, there you
Absolutely.
go.
Well, they're really
there you go.
nice. You can look those up. I was trying to see.
You can just
if I
type
could
in
find
turkey
it.
call.
Yeah, that's item. Yeah, turkey call. I had to get silent on because they were all telling me what to do here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Item 18103 and item 18102 are the 2 that are left.
Yeah.
They're $100 value, but really, I mean, you went through them, and they are to bring really
Yeah.
good money. And,
Yeah,
and
I'd
if
give you
Jack,
more
if you
than
don't
that
kill a
for one of
turkey,
those.
call Jack, and he's going to take you turkey hunting. We're going to throw that in
There you
there
go.
sometime there. So, but anyway, get on there and look at item 18102 and 103. And Jack, thank you for that donation, and we know that you,
absolutely. Rotary
you
does so
always
much-
support us, and we
Rotary does so
appreciate
much
it.
good for this community. I mean, it's the most amazing organization, so I'm glad to do it.
So when
All
are
right.
you taking a bicycle ride?
Pretty soon.
Oh,
hear.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I
excited
saw
about
those
that.
bids coming
We're
in. Thank
really
you.
excited about that.
Thank you for good bids on the bikes. We appreciate
yeah.
it a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jack. Have a
His
good one.
beautiful wife, Michelle. Thank you to Michelle, too.
All right, so we've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. We've got some big items selling this hour. I feel like maybe there aren't as many people on the store. Maybe we need to tell them how to do it. It's WKDZradio.com. Click on the Rally for Rotary and sort by auctions ending soon. And you got to hit that sort button. You got to hit that sort button. We've learned that pretty quick tonight. If you want to call in a Century Club, we haven't given the phone number out recently. It's 270-522-3232. Call in your Century Club. Again, we've got a $10,000 match tonight. I feel like we are well on our way, but best goal is to surpass it. So that means we need more than $10,000.
That's what we've done for 2 other nights. Why not make it
That's
3,
right.
right? Let's hit on a couple of those big items. It takes a whole lot to make up for a $300 item when we sell a whole lot of 20s and 30s and 40s, and we're very appreciative of all of those. But when we undersell a large item, it really sets our numbers back quite a lot. We've got that coffee for a year from the Cadiz Family Restaurant. Listen, I need like Craig Fowler or somebody that goes up there and drinks coffee every morning to go ahead and give us full bid on that. I mean, I don't drink coffee, so I don't know what all problems you guys solve, but I know you have an awful lot of fun up there every single morning. So thank you big time to Susie Henry, and let's show our support for her. I mean, that restaurant has been through it this past year.
She has done everything that she possibly can to be as accommodating as she can be to everybody, stay open, and take care of her customers. And that's, of course, that's Susie's heart. She's got a great big heart. She is so giving. I think when I added it up, she gave over $1,000 worth of gift cards in a year that she wasn't even open all year.
Yeah,
So,
challenging.
That's right.
That's giving it from the heart, because
That's
it
right.
couldn't be from a padded purse, not this past year for anybody, especially the restaurant business. We've got that smart TV that's selling in the 7 o'clock hour. That's from Tina Loomis, State Farm Insurance. We need a little bit more bid activity there. We have the Futon full-size solid wood with mattress donated by Bob and Kat Shawley. This is perfect for if you have a camp, a cabin. Or
You're
a
all about the
camper.
camper, right?
I'm all about this camper. He's got me infatuated big time. I'm telling you, it's a very cool thing. If you have an extra bedroom, you've got an office where you need extra room. We're coming into tourism season, and I have this feeling when people start traveling, if you live in this region, people are going to be calling, wanting to come visit. We've got that patio heater donated by James Knight Appliance that's going to sell in about 6 minutes. That's a $300 value. We'd like to have a little bit more bid activity on that. Would be awesome. We also have gravel, dense grade, 25 tons. That's a $250 gift certificate from Vulcan Materials Company. That needs
5
certainly
minute
some more.
warning.
5-minute warning, okay. We have the all sports passes donated by Trigg County Athletic Department. That's a $250 pass. That is a big donation for them. That is taking money out of the school's pocket, because they're basically giving a pass that they would be able to sell ticket by ticket. And so that really impacts them. That is something they give knowing that they're actually taking money out of their pocket when they do it. So if you go to the games, or even if you don't and you want to give the pass to a child that maybe doesn't have the opportunity to go to all the games because it is quite expensive to follow all athletes, then let's make something happen on that item. It's 18814. We also have a Nordic Track elliptical. That's a $600 item, barely used. Now, those aren't my words. Those are Eunice Stone's words. She says barely used. I didn't say it. Eunice, that's what you told me. That's a $600 item. We certainly would love to have some more activity on that. We have those really awesome toolboxes donated by Transcraft. You know, it makes me proud when I'm driving all over the country. When I see a Transcraft truck, it makes me smile, because I know that's done right here in our home county of Trigg. So let's show a little bit of support there for Transcraft. We have a beautiful Rampage Janine Barnhart print. It's 18945. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous framed print. Take a look at that, 18945. We'd like a little bit more money on that item as well. those are some of the big items that are going to be sold at 7 o'clock. We'd love for you to jump in there and get your bids in. You've got 4 minutes to make it
4
happen.
minutes.
4-minute warning.
There's a lot of good bids too, Beth. I looked at the Cumberland Falls State Resort Park. That's at $150 on a $100 value. Folks, that's what it's all about this week.
Right.
Just give over bid. It's, if you're gonna go anyway, just give an extra $20 and say, hey, I'm going with this. At the rate stuff is increasing, if you don't believe us, look at building materials, look at gasoline, different things are going up. This stuff will probably get higher anyway, so it's gonna, if you give $25 for a $25 gift card, I don't know if that'll get any higher, but it sounded good anyway, right?
$28 in a week or
Could
two.
be, that's right, that's right. So take a look, the wooden photo of local Vinson Farms equipment running. That's a photo of them. Take a look at that item. That's, I don't have an item number, but just get on there and do wood photo. We're down to about 3 minutes on the bids here.
We're at 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
2 minutes and 16 seconds.
New people joining us in our store as we watch. On the back side, we're at 1,245 people in the store, so terrific support in our first hour of our fourth night. We're 3 minutes away from the first group of items to be sold, and they do all sell at 7 o'clock. Then you will have another hour to bid on the next round of items that will sell at 8. So 3 deadlines each night, 7, 8, and 9, tonight and tomorrow night. So while you're doing your last minute bids, let me announce this very fabulous, love it, love it, love it. This is L. Conrad and Norma Martin. They have donated $500 to be in the Gold Century Club. Thank you very
All
much.
right,
We
thank
appreciate
you,
that so much.
Conrad.
That's awesome and amazing. 270-522-3232 is the number. If you would like to become a member of the Century Club, you can also do that online. Go to WKDZradio.com, drop down into the Big Deal store. On the left rail, you'll hit Rally for Rotary, and one of the first things you'll see when you go into the Rally for Rotary will be your Century Club donation and your Rally dollar opportunities.
Sounds good. How many minutes, Alana?
1 minute.
Well, I'm really watching an item, so if y'all think, well, he's not even in the room tonight, you know, I'm not getting,
JB, you need to tell everybody what you're bidding on so they can come in and
I know, and if I told this, though, this would be a silly story. But, and you know, most of the time,
This week,
I'm gonna
we're
tell it.
all about stories.
I'm going to tell it anyway,
It has
because
been.
usually it's public anyway, because we're seeing people bid.
1 minute.
And you know. But I'm bidding on Tina Loomis's TV. That's my competitor, right?
Well, you and Tina are pretty good buddies.
But we are. We're
Yeah.
tight. We
Yeah.
text regular, and that's really what, when you say community and you talk about good people, people think, well, why in the world is he friends with Tina? Well, me and Tina are really close. We ask each other when we're taking off, is everything good? You know, that's how small community and friendships are supposed to work. We're not competitors. We're just in the same business doing the same thing. And you're talking about somebody that supports the community for sure. Miss Tina does a great job with that.
You at 316?
Not anymore. I was, but you outbid me.
I know, I did not bid you.
I run out of time, though. It ended while I was talking. Good job, Josh Clausen. Good job, son. Well, you should have
Well,
put
then.
the information in there.
Well, then.
I was $33 over retail value, $36. Josh hollers at me, and I missed the bid because you started talking to me. I told Beth all week, you're the one talking. When you hear background noise, it's Josh talking to somebody.
He can't help himself.
I'm
He was
telling you,
born
it's
to do
crazy.
this.
No, Josh does a great job. He does talk a lot, though. I will give you that, Josh. But he did make me
Kettle.
miss.
Pot, meat, kettle.
Yeah.
So-
Pot, meat, pot.
Honey, I'm sorry. We did not get Tina Loomis's TV. I know we needed that TV, and you told me get the TV.
This is twice
Blame
you've
it
messed
on
up.
Josh Clausen. Terrible.
This is twice you've messed up. You were supposed to take a freezer home last night.
Yep.
I mean, gosh, JB, what are you doing?
I know. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to be able
Are,
to eat.
are you saying you have too much to do? Is that?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm talking. That's my problem.
Where's your tambourine?
Uh-oh.
All right. I believe the 7 o'clock items are officially declared sold. So if you're getting an error trying to go in, JB, and bid on something after the fact, it is because they are closed, done, finished. Go on to the 8 o'clock hour and see if you can find another smart TV.
Absolutely. Do we have some Century Clubs?
We do. We do. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we have from Stan Humphreys and Kim. a $100 bronze in memory of longtime Rotarian Brent Thompson. Brent was one of our founding members, and we were certainly pleased to have that donation. Thank you very much, Stan and Kim. We appreciate you guys. And then we have from Hope Clark, this would be in honor of her parents, Wallace and Dolores Blakely, a $100 donation as well.
All
There's a good
right,
one, too.
we're getting
They
closer on
always
that
gave us-
match.
Wallace always gave us some neat
The only
things
thing
for
I
the
regret
reaction.
tonight, though, is not writing down, because Beth will not tell us how close we are until it's like really crunch time. I mean, you're really good at holding out on us.
Well, I like numbers too.
I do
I
too.
think she likes keeping you in suspense, JB.
She does, because she sees it on my face. You know, I've already pulled my sweater off, so I can't get much hotter. I will wear a short sleeve tomorrow night. Mark it down.
But
Because
you
when I
know,
get
Like we're going to get serious.
that's right. But from an auction chair perspective, you want to know where you're going to end up, right?
Absolutely. I've tried for 4 days to say, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? Nah, just keep bringing items. Keep bringing items.
That's what I think.
And I tried to do that, and then I got in trouble. I didn't bring enough. So, folks, if you got items, seriously, if you have items that you haven't been solicited, it's not because we didn't want to. We want every business, any business that wants to give to the Cadiz Rotary Club. You can drop those items off at the Trigg County Farm Bureau office, the WKDZ. You can get on the main WKDZradio.com's webpage and pull up the community link, and there's a list of Rotarians. Just call any of us. We'll be glad to meet you and pick up an item. Let me coach you a little bit. The 8 o'clock hour, we're selling another fleet of items. Fleet. Do you like that word?
Fleet.
Fleet of items.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You go
You're in the big
into,
league now.
I can't even talk because he's women, right?
Sounds to me like you're talking to Blake.
270-522-3232.
I thought he had plenty of practice with that. But
I can't win for losing. I was going to tell you how to bid. What do you think? WKDZradio.com. Go to the middle of the page. You'll see big deals. Once you get on big deals, look at Rally for Rotary. Once you get into Rally for Rotary, that's where all of our items. If you want to go to the left, center left, I guess you call that's center left.
That would be left center if you're an
Go
athlete.
to the center
That'd be
left of the
center.
page and sort out items ending the soonest, ending soon, and then hit the sort button. It's very critical. James Moore just come across there.
I saw that. Checking in on you.
Hit the sort button. It's very important you do hit the sort button, because if you don't, it won't generate the page for you. So once you get in there, you can look at all the items. Now, the first fleet of items you see are buy it now items. If you click on one of them, you can do a Rally Dollar, Century Club, $100, $500, $1,000. We don't have a $1 million tab. If somebody really wants to do that, give me a call directly on my cell phone. We'll figure out how to make it work. Let me go over some 8 o'clock items to be looking for.
well, JB, I was just scrolling through some things, and you took in some pretty big items today, and I think one of them is selling tonight. Something along the lines of grilling and barbecuing and all that.
Really?
Yeah, and that's what I just happened to see it on the list. It might be something we need to talk about.
We only had 2 days left.
2 days left,
So
and
some of them had to go in today.
I know, you would have thought that I would have gotten that on like 2 weeks ago like you asked me to, right?
You know, I would give you a lot of grief, but I have to admit you've done a really great job as auction chair.
Well, thank you.
So, more later. Just ask Linda Tribble. I'll hold out, but I'll tell you when you need to do more, and I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
She'll tell you. I track it carefully.
So today, a friend of Rotary, a super duper friend of Rotary, brought by 2 brand new Pit Boss Traeger, or not Traeger, pellet, which is similar to a Traeger grill. It's a Pit Boss brand. It's an XL, Austin XL. I'm going by the hip here. But get on there, look at these, just type in Pit Boss, and that'll pull those up. They're $447 values, one selling tonight, and I think one tomorrow night. These are really nice, already put together. Now
Oh, that's worth a bunch.
That's worth an extra $250. So I
Yeah.
should have put the value in at $750, because by the time I got through putting it together, it'd be worth $1,000.
But I think it's important to note, we have added items. Even if maybe this morning you got on the website and sorted to look at tonight's items, it's worth it to get back on there and kind of look and see. We've added items all day. We've got people bringing stuff in by the minute, it feels like. So it's definitely worth it. Even if you think you've got your bids in, go in there and just browse some. Just kind of look. We do have some big dollar items going tonight, so it's worth it to do that. So I'm not interrupting you anymore, JB.
No, wait a minute, it's a long night.
Maybe.
I did have
Hold on a minute.
a couple of more unique items that come in that I'd really like to talk about too. Jake Wallace was in the office today. Jake pulls through every year, it seems like, with some items. He's got a reclaimed poplar. What reclaimed wood is wood that's been taken off of a barn or somewhere that's got nail holes in it. This is a awesome piece. It's called a noodle board. I never knew what a noodle board was. But it's a noodle board that lays on top of your stove, and then it also has a stove shelf that goes over the back of where the dials are on your stove to put all your spices across. This is a really nice item. You can go in and find Jake's items. I just want to type in Jake to see what comes up, and guess what comes up? Noodle board and store shelf. Well, that's it says store shelf, but it's stove. Kimberly couldn't read my writing, which is
Your V
not
must look like an
unusual.
R.
So I'll send her a little message there, but the current bid is 0 on that. That's item 18714. And then also Jake brings in the neatest, it's 32 by 32 coffee table on a metal frame. It's made with red oak, white oak, and it's all reclaimed wood. Really nice piece. There's pictures of both of these items on there. And one board in there, he told me, was quarter sawn, which sawn, like you saw something. And he said a 8-foot board of a quarter sawn is about $20. So this is a $250 item. If you're looking for a unique coffee table, get on there. It's already up to $150 on a
It's actually more than that. I just ran across a new number, so somebody's bidding on it now. So.
Perfect. That's item 18715. So those came in today, and then also Jake brought in another corner cutting board that fits in the corner of your countertop, and the wood came from Josh Wadlington's family, or Josh Wadlington himself, and Jake Wallace finished it. So it's a dual person piece there, but that also came in today from Lauren Fowler paid Jake for the item, and Jake brought it by. So Lauren's done a lot for the club this week, and we thank you for that, Lauren. And so take a look at those items and get to bidding on them. The 8 o'clock hour, we're 9 after 8, so let's go over some 8 o'clock items.
9 after,
9 after
7 Eastern time
Oh, Lord,
clock.
yeah. My Eastern time over here's got me all messed up. So it's almost it's a little after 7.
That's right.
You want to go over some items?
Don't get people in a panic.
I
Including
like
me.
panic. I like panic. Makes you really just do things without thinking.
You'll have to tell me where to start because when I
never
interrupted you, I
done
wasn't listening
anything
to you
yet.
to begin with.
Because you cut me off earlier. I've never done any items. Salt and pepper.
We're starting on the salt and pepper, right?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. We've got a salt and pepper cellar. This is donated by John D. White. He's a cabinet maker. It's beautiful. It's made of maple and walnut. It's a $35 value, item number 18037. We've got some more Kingston homemade barbecue sauce. This is a sweet ghost pepper. JB, you said you tried the ghost pepper one. It's not too hot. The ghost pepper barbecue
I
sauce.
have not tried the ghost pepper, but
No.
they say it's HOT.
Is it?
I want to try it.
Yeah, that sounds really, really good. It's a $40 value item in the Big Deal store there. $250 towards 25 tons of DGA. That's from Vulcan Materials Company. Item number 18243. Chocolate cherry sheet cake donated by Charlotte McNichols. Here we go with these baked goods again.
Oh, man.
That's item number 18713. $40 value. We need some more action on that item.
That cake is in the office too.
Is it?
So it
Are
could
you
be,
sure?
it could be, we could make arrangements for pickup pretty quick on that.
Like at the 8 o'clock hour?
Probably not, but 10 o'clock in the morning, first one in there, you can get the cake.
Yeah. 50-pound bag of LG brand soybeans that's donated by our friends at Nutrient Ag in Hopkinsville, Mr. Brian Fitzsimmons. Thank you very much. All sports passes donated by Trigg County Athletic Department. Beth touched on this. It's a $250 value. The school does a whole lot to support us during Rotary Week. I'm excited to see them tomorrow night.
Me too.
And hear what good things they've had going on. So
I'm hearing rumors of some really good numbers.
I sure hope so. That's item number 18814. We need some more some more movement on that. $100 Hancock's gift card that's donated by James Hughes. Thank you, Mr. Jailer. Item number 18289. And then we've got some Baroque pearl drop earrings in sterling silver, donated by Vicki Kerrigan. That's item 17312. It's one of those things you really need to get on WKDZradio.com and look at that one. It is a really pretty set of earrings. Nordic Track elliptical, $600 value. The last time I checked was only at $225. Guys, we're not here to get a deal. We're here to raise money for the youth and seniors of our community. So need some more action on that item. Billboard advertising in Princeton, that's item number 18118. $50 gift certificate from the Princeton Walmart. A toolbox donated by Transcraft. This is really nice. It's a $375 value. It's 18 by 18 by 60. It's a polished aluminum toolbox. I know somebody needs that to put in the back of their truck, JB. Double Daisy in blue and white basket painting. This is by Miss Jackie Lett. Flowers in a white and blue basket. It's a really pretty piece. That's item number 18477. Game Day Special. This is by my good friend, Mr. Kenny Gibson. It's barbecue for a bunch. It's an $85 value. It's at $100 Spirit of Rotary bid, but I'd love to get some more action on that one too.
A more spirited bid?
That's right. The more spirit, the better this week. Yep. Pig canvas from the Prickly Peach. That's item 17141. $25 the Pier Floating Restaurant gift card. That's at Prizer Point Marina and Resort. Popcorn party pack donated by Bluegrass Cavern. $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip. You know, in the past, we've always kind of done on air $25 and up, and we had the country store to put some of our lower items, lower valued items in. It's been really neat. We can put all of that in the store this year, and no matter what your budget is, no matter what you're looking for, it's probably in there in the Rally for Rotary page. So I think that's really neat. Canvas of a barn photo donated by Nick and Ashley Kingston and children. I looked this one up. This is the barn on 139 of Mr. Russell and Miss Susan Kyler's, and it's got the American flag on it that their son Owen hung on it. It is, again, really pretty. If you like country scenes, this is the perfect one for your house. Currently at $75. We need some more action on that one. A Milwaukee half-inch hammer drill driver kit. Red Max HB281 handheld leaf blower. I looked this one up too. It's a 2-cycle, 470 CFM. It only weighs 9 pounds, so that'd be good for around the house. $50 gift certificate from Christian Way Farm and Mini Golf. $25 gift certificate to the Katie's Family Restaurant. Tackle box with many antiques, lures, etc., along with rod and reel bundle. It looked like it had probably 25 lures or so in it, and it's 5 or 6 different rods and reels, some Zebcos. Somebody I know has got fishing on their mind. They need that set. Yard work and gardening kit donated by Landworks. It's got a bench and some shears and pruners and saw and gloves. If you've got landscaping on your mind, that's the set for you. Christian County Family Histories. This is $17.97 to $19.86, donated by Jeff and Sue Bostick. Really neat set, $86 value. Needs some more movement on that. So, anybody else?
I want to touch base on some large items that will certainly make a big difference in our totals, and we need a lot more bid activity. Many of these are sold tomorrow night. We will make sure to let you know of the large items that are being sold tonight. That's a little bit different this year because you've had all week long to bid instead of just an isolated amount of time. So we did put big items on every single night. Just in, if you have not seen the beautiful 2018 Keystone Outback Ultralight travel trailer, I had them add the word camper so people can search it more easily. It is donated by a friend of Rotary. This is an amazing opportunity that you just don't get every day. First of all, you cannot buy campers right now. It's almost impossible. If you want one, you're on a waiting list, and you're probably going to be getting it after camping season is over, so you're looking at next year. And it is in a year when we very much want to be out doing things. So if you're considering something really awesome for your family, then this might be the opportunity you've been looking for. It's a retail value of $36,000. Our current bid is $20,500, so we are way off the mark of where we would like to be. But thank you for getting us started and getting serious about buying this item. It will be sold tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. If you want to see it in person, it's on our property here at the radio station. We are at the intersection of 68 and I-24 on exit 65, just right off the interstate. We're 600 feet off the interstate there, so if you'd like to see it in person, feel free to stop by.
And
If
I
you're-
think Kimberly Allen did a really cool
Yes.
commercial earlier with a walkthrough. Is that right?
Yeah. You said you would like to buy that after
I
seeing
did.
that.
I mean, she did a really good job. She knows a whole lot about campers.
You can tell she loves camping, right?
Yeah.
And they. Okay. Okay. Oh, we put it on the item. Okay, great. Okay, so you can see all of that. That is item 18819. The way I do my sort for the large items is, again, you go to WKDZradio.com, click on the Big Deal store, and then when you get into the left rail, you'll go to Rotary Rally. When you do that, you can do a sort by high to low, priced items, high to low, and hit the sort button. Don't forget the sort button, and you will see right at the very top, our top item in value being the 2018 ultralight travel trailer camper donated by a friend of Rotary. So we need bid activity on that tonight. We also have a Kubota LX 2610 SUHD tractor. It has a front loader. It was donated by H&R AgriPower, and they've partnered with us a lot of years to help us have items that are in high interest in our community, and we appreciate that very much, working with us to help us get special pricing. The retail value on that tractor is $21,167. We're at $19,951. Had a lot of bid activity on that last night and overnight into tonight's show. We have a 2013 Toyota Prius donated by a friend of Rotary. I think this is a really big deal because, you know, it's not a car dealership. It's not a Rotarian. I mean, Rotarians, you would not believe what they donate, not only their time and their money, but many times items from their businesses or their staff's time. And it's just almost like something you just do because it's the right thing to do. But when it's just a community member who just calls and says, I want to do this for Rotary, that really speaks to me, because this person, I can assure you, could sell that car easily and put the money in her purse and move on down the road. And instead she said, let's help Rotary. Let's do something for the youth and seniors. And I think that's a very generous gesture. That vehicle has 105,000 miles on it. It is a hybrid, and it's a pretty cool little thing. I mean, you put your foot on the brake and you push a button to start. You don't have keys or anything. It's pretty cool. But we're at $7,000. It's a $15,000 vehicle. You can't buy vehicles right now. It's unbelievable. Again, you know, our dealers are even scrambling to try to buy really good quality used vehicles because there's a shortage of vehicles. In fact, I went back and looked at the bid history last night on it, and we've had a couple of dealers bidding on that vehicle. So that tells you, you know, that there is a real need for it, and it is a great vehicle because they're not going to buy something that they don't feel good about reselling. So it's a nice vehicle. $7,000 is where we are on that. The Charlie Daniels autographed souvenir fiddle donated by Rick and Meg Hicks of Rick's Cards and Collectibles. We're at $1,000 on that item. That will be sold tomorrow night. Our Caterpillar work, I thought, Alana, you made a really good point last night. We have 6 hours of D8 Caterpillar work. That's item 18271. I've always thought that was probably underpriced at $750. If you want to call and start pricing any type of dozer work right now, you're probably not going to get 6 hours at $750. That's only $100, $125 an hour, not likely to happen. So that's probably undervalued, but our current bid on that is $800. Our Harper's House Chef's Meal and Drinks for $6. This is neat. Every year since Harper House has been in existence with us, they have given items to the Rotary Club. This year, they're going to custom do this meal. They're going to work with you, the high bidder, to do a menu with the appropriate pairings of wines or whatever drinks you would like to have with it. And you get to be part of the selection of that menu. And I think that's really good. So if you've got a JB who is a beef and potato kind of guy, and you've got me, I really love seafood and fish, then, you know, you get to customize that a little bit to your liking. We have a Liberty gun safe donated by Hudson Ag, and that is an $800 value. We're at $750 on that. And then another hard-to-find item right now, a 6-month, 40-foot slip rental. That would be on slip 3 at Berkeley Marina. That normally is $1,969 for 6-month rent, and we're at $650 on that. So somebody's about to get a bargain on something that's impossible to get. So we sure don't want that to happen on the watch of a Rotary auction. We've got a $600 gift certificate for tires donated by Christian County Tire and Auto. We use Christian County Tire and Auto for a lot of our things in our company. We have for 20-plus years probably. Mark Thweet and his son Nick, very generous donation this year. It's been challenging for those guys. It's a small shop, and it's been hard just to stay open, quite frankly, to have enough people to take care of the work that is coming through the door. And then Braves tickets, for Atlanta Braves home game baseball tickets. You'll work with Dr. Scott Sutherland on that. Those are season tickets. They'll work with you on what game, and it includes the parking pass and everything to make your experience exceptional. And we're at $580 on that item.
All right, a lot of good items, a lot of bid activity. Man, these full value or better bids, I mean, that's the spirit of Rotary. And get on there, bid high, bid often, WKDZradio.com, big deals page, all the items are there. Let's go through some more 8 o'clock items as the time is ticking, 7:22. We've got a framed genie, a framed...
A what?
framed
Janine.
genie.
Easy for you to say.
Ooh, Lord, I'm gonna move on past. Barnard print, beautiful rampage. item 18945, if you're interested in
Actually,
looking
I
at.
was curious, so I looked this item up, and this particular artist, it's Janine Barhart.
I know that.
Okay, so
She's
it's
trying to bail you
I'm
out,
trying
and
to
you said
help.
thank
I
you.
mean, and he's just so rude about it.
He is. He's being
I
hateful.
did
tonight.
notice a minute ago there was like 4 men in the room hollering at you two girls, and I was like,
It's normal.
Yes. Are you like,
That's
are you
normal
like
for me.
stressed or something tonight? You're acting all stressed. You should be the happiest
I tell
man
them,
in the world.
make a donation. I'm giving you dollars to get on the girls tonight.
Anyway,
Yeah, okay.
this particular print, it's of a horse race. This artist has been featured on Maker's Mark bottles, so it's a really cool print. Again, WKDZradio.com. Look this item up. It's item 18945, and you can see the picture there on the website. So, you're welcome.
Thank you, Alana. Thank you. Thank you. Can't Radioland just feel the love in the room? I mean,
have a feeling-
honestly, you build friendships that you can never replace anywhere else, being in an organization like us. We spend a lot of time together, and we have great people. We've got 35 or 40 of us. I don't know the exact number, but we feel like we can call any of our partners or any of our people in our club for anything, for any reason, and I hope you get a laugh out of us this week and the fun we have. And we have this all the time. It's not just on the radio. It's that's the kind of friendships that you build in this kind of organization. So please keep supporting the youth and seniors of the county, and we'll keep trying to be great stewards of the money and put it where it needs to go. Item 18173, it's a whole pork shoulder from the barbecue shack at Hopkinsville out on Pembroke Road. We've got another. I was really going to pass by this item because, you know, Trey bid on this goat last week. We were going to take it to our friend Ann Williamson's. So if we didn't get the goat the first time, we're going to get it the second time, Ann, and bring it down there and stake it in your yard. We've got a 40-pound billy goat born November 2020, item 18308. I mean, we got nays and all kinds of stuff, baths going on in here. It's like crazy. What's his name? Bill Booth. And you're getting Bill for the day, sorry. Moving on, a $50 gift certificate to Southern States to buy goat feed with. Donated by Riverbend Farms, item 18008.
Where you could take the goat in case you get it kicked out.
And Trey texts me and says, "Can I really bid on it?" No, son, no. A $25 pier floating restaurant gift certificate to Prizer Point. We've got a Alexa. I was looking at that. We got one of these at our house, and if you say anything, she chimes up. I'm like, sorry, we don't know the answer to that. But an Alexa Echo Show, donated by Joshua Hicks with Cornerstone Information System. Item 18396, that's actually my oldest son's girlfriend's dad. So Megan is our, one of our own, so that's Aiden's girlfriend, Megan's dad.
Okay.
And Josh, thanks for that donation from Cornerstone Information
For
Center.
sure.
That's a $130 value. We need some activity on that. We've got a pink pitcher and glasses set donated by J. Schrecker Jewelry. That's item 18903. We've got a dove on a cross wall hanging, donated by Stuffing Balloons. That's item 17863. We've got a Kentucky Telephone newspaper, 1892 edition, donated by Cherokee Antiques. I was looking at this thing. That is actually, Kentucky Telephone was the Cadiz Kentucky newspaper. So that is a 200-year-old or older item that's in a nice little poster board frame, and Miss Carla White and Mr. Sutton down there
Gotta go check that out.
gave that to us. She called me last week, and we thank y'all for that donation. And visit our antique malls downtown. They need you down there. That's a shop local event down there, and if you can go visit those antique malls and support them. They've got signs out on I-24. They're getting traffic from away from here, but let's try to support them locally as well.
You bet.
They're great businesses down there, so please go down to Cherokee Antiques and all the antique, Purple Pig, all the ones downtown there. We've got 2 rounds of golf with a cart at Arrowhead Golf Course. We've got a Norwex Safe Haven Package Plus. That's item 18953. That's a $170 value. And if you've never used these Norwex towels, they're the best thing cleaning glass and different things. They really work. So take a look at this, item 18953. We've got a rum cake donated by Penny Wallace. That's at a full value bid. And for a little extra money, you get an extra shot. What Jim Wallace, the famous Jim Wallace, used to always say. We've got a $25 gift certificate to Hancock's Neighborhood Market, item 18094. We've got 5 Chick-fil-A meal cards, a $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip, home of the Beth Man Chuck Wagon Sandwich. We've got a Moultrie M8000i trail cam donated by Harold Knight. That's item 20005. And once again, Harold Knight, thank you for your donation there. That's an overvalue bid. Harold supports this club year after year, and just really takes care of us and helps other organizations and things throughout the county, and we thank you for that. We've got a $100 gift certificate to Hancock's Neighborhood Market donated by All Interiors, a $50 gift certificate to G&S Embroidery, a Triplets Food Basket for 10. This is item 18312. That's a $150 value, and we're an overbid on that. Thank you all for your bidding activity on that. We've got a 1-season pass donated by the Hoppers, item 18827. We've got a Woodhaven Carbon Crystal Slate Turkey Call. That's donated by Harold Knight, item 18072. That's a $211 value that we're about halfway there on, so get some activity on that. Got a $20 gift certificate, No Way Jose, handcrafted Wren House, a Milwaukee 2-speed grease gun kit, which was donated in memory of Patrick Perry from Stephanie Craig and Shannon Perry, item 18553. That's an overvalue bid on that, and that was bought locally here at Lights, Plumbing, and Electric, and they encouraged me to tell all of you listeners that they bought that locally and to support local, and so it was a trickle-down effect, and please bid on those items. Beth, do we have some ring-and-jinging going on?
We got the ring-a-ling-a-ring-a-ling-a going. Thank you very much to Heather Woodruff, who has given us a $100 donation. Thank you, Heather. We appreciate that. And then we have a silver donation from Dr. Maria Frexis, who gave me a new perspective on life 11 years ago next month. Thank you, Dr. Frexis. We appreciate you supporting the Cadiz Rotary Auction, and she has helped many, many, many people in Trigg County.
No, we're well.
Know her well, yes, you do. Dr. Scott's.
She's going to know me even better here in a few weeks.
Oh, okay, there you go. Dr. Scott Sutherland is our guest Rotarian at this hour at 7:30, and you're listening to WKDZ FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton. It's the 54th annual Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. If you're wondering what all this craziness is about, it's not the live afternoon drive with Bill Booth, where you're used to listening to craziness from 3 until 5. We've extended the craziness from 6 until 9 each night this week to raise a lot of money for the youth and seniors of Cadiz and Trigg County. Scott, how long have you been a Rotarian?
39 years.
Okay, so go ahead, Alana.
39 years, that's older than me.
So we had this conversation last night with Jim. That's older than Alana.
Yeah.
Jim was sitting there and he said he joined in 1988, and I just sat back and I was like, oh, that's the year I was born.
So he left her out when he said we
I
had several
joined in
young members.
82, yeah.
He
Yeah.
shunned her after that.
Yeah.
So
Now, today
Scott,
actually is my 39th anniversary on being in Trigg County, actually.
Oh,
April 15th.
okay, tax day. Nothing like
Yeah.
starting a business on tax day.
Well, you'll never guess who called originally about an hour ago to call in a Century Club membership, and I wasn't here, so the person would not talk to anyone but me.
Except you. Mary Ann Sutherland.
No.
No, let me answer that. Mary Ann would talk to me or you, Beth, or a lot. She might not talk to Dr. Sutherland, but she would talk to us.
Well, this is a very emotional one for all of us. Sandra Myers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Sandra Myers is living in Wadsworth, Ohio, and she called in a $500 Century Club.
Wow, look at that. How amazing is
So
that?
for those that don't know, Sandra was a longtime member here, and she moved to be near relatives, and we have a scholarship named after her at the Education Committee does for a person. She was in the military forever and retired to Trigg County, and so anybody going into the military is there's a Sandra Myers scholarship.
Military changed her life, and she was the most proud, patriotic American I think I've ever known. I mean, she absolutely loved the United States of America and loves the United States of America today. So yes, that military scholarship, we want to always be sure we give in her honor. So if you're planning to go in the military, and that includes Guard, not just Army, Navy, but also Guard, any Guard, if you have a military desire, then certainly be sure to ask about the Sandra Myers
So
scholarship.
that's the Sandra Myers
Love
story.
it.
So
Love
that's
it.
a great thing.
That's a good story. So Dr. Sutherland, 39 years. So why did you decide to join Rotary?
Well, I guess I was born into a situation where I was had more than most as a child and felt that I needed to pay back. And I think that people who have something to give back owe it to pay it forward. And so I've always been pretty dedicated in that sense that I love Trigg County. It's a blessed place to be. Mary Ann wanted to go to Nashville, and I didn't want to go to the big city. I wanted to be out, not necessarily in the sticks, but I wanted to be in an area where, that crime was low. You could raise your children without, they could get out in the yard and not worry about whether someone was going to snatch them and run off with them and stuff like that. My kids enjoyed their childhood. They roamed, live on Swimming Pool Hill. They roamed the hill. The pool was open. We had a big time every summer. They went to the pool, and it's a wonderful place. And Mary Ann, I think, is glad that I decided that this was the place that I wanted to come, and we've been very happy. And Jan lives here. My dad moved here, so we've really enjoyed it. My brother lived here before any of us did, down in Area 1. He built a house eons ago, and so we've been very familiar. My dad moved his boat. As soon as they opened the marina, he moved the boat down to Barkley, and so I've been here more than half my life, if that tells you anything.
You are probably the most, as Sandra is the most patriotic person I know, you are probably the most passionate person I know about education for our young people. And you spend hundreds of hours every year working on ways to provide opportunity for our students and to also try to work at trying to help them keep low debt. That's your big thing. You've chaired the education committee for how long?
Its entire existence, so I guess 25 years or so. You know,
Okay.
you were in 90 or 91 when you
No,
were?
I came in 99.
Oh, okay, well, it was.
And that's, the
You know,
grant started in
it was a
2000.
little bit before you when we did the scholarships, and then when you came in, we started the grants. And then when the women got involved is when we got into the big money. And that's what allowed us to do the grants, actually. You and Mallory and Sandra Myers and other, Mary Ann Firkwin. Do you know who the first woman in Rotary was in Tree County?
I forever thought it was Mary Ann, but there was one
No.
person before Mary Ann, right? She was the first female chair.
Right.
She chaired it.
Elizabeth Thatch.
Okay.
If you remember Elizabeth Thatch, who was head of TVA
Right.
over in Land Between the Lakes.
Right.
So, yeah. But, the women have sort of, I've always said that the women are what took us to the next level and have pretty much kept us there, So we've been pretty pleased. For those who don't know, Beth is chairman of the Grants Committee, which is probably the bulk of what we do. We probably give out about 75 to 100 of those a year, and then we give out around 17 scholarships a year, and they're renewable for up to 8 semesters. This year, the budget of my committee of the committee that I chair, which is Beth is in charge of grants, and Bill Stevens does a great job. Tom Martin did it forever, but that budget was $180,000. That's one of the reasons we're here. And so, for instance, the Rotary Scholars Program, which is administered by Murray State, which is where juniors and seniors who have met the benchmarks apply, and then 20 are accepted in each class, and they graduate trig as a sophomore in college. That cost this year was $37,656. And so this stuff isn't cheap. And Beth mentioned student loan debt. Yeah, I'm OCD about student loan debt. I put 3 kids through college, and so I know what it is. And I worked at the prison for 13 years on my day off to try to help with that barrier. And I don't care how much money you make in life, it's tough. The last time I calculated, a child with a 26 ACT and maximum Pell Grant, maximum CAP grant, and the Rotary money still had to go to Murray State, had to borrow $10,000 a year.
And that's with the 26 ACT. So you're talking about 40,000 if you get in and out in
Right.
4 years. So
And so the average student loan debt for Kentucky students is $30,794 for a 2019 graduate, and in the United States, it's $36,689. In Kentucky, 6% of the borrowers owe over $100,000, and over 32% owe $80,000 to $99,000.
that's why we're here tonight, is to try to reduce that student loan debt and at the same time show our support for our kids. No, I mean, a $1,200 a year grant is not going to really pay for a lot of a kid's college education.
But they appreciate it,
But
and
how
it
many
makes a
kids
difference.
we sent to college to at least get them there? And then once they get there, we always advise them, first thing you need to do is make a friend in the financial aid office, because they'll help you learn how to fill out your paperwork, how to be sure that you're on time, that they'll let you know about opportunities that come along that they would qualify for. So that's always our advice to the grant committee. Make your first friend at the financial aid office, because you're going to
We
need them.
spend a lot of time communicating with Bursar's offices around the state. Kentucky has the 4th worst student loan default rate in the country,
Oh, wow, yeah.
and it's 14.3%. And I think over the AP or something last week, if Kentucky students got 10,000 off, they would it would take care of the debt of about 30% of the kids. If they got 50,000 off, it'd be 80%. So we're looking at we're looking at big things that we'd like to do for people. We do the stipend program where if they meet their ACT scores, they get a $210 stipend per year. And we do dual credit under those circumstances. We have the endowment at the community college, which is now worth $489,000, and we hope to add to that this year.
And with that, we're basically taking 4 percentage points off the top each year, and it will increase the number of scholarships that we can give through the Hopkinsville Community College, which is additional scholarship opportunities on top of what we give as a club with scholarships and grants. So that really has been a great investment on behalf of the Cadiz Rotary Club.
Right. We've really, as a club, have never missed the money that we donated, and we've given 111 $1,000 scholarships.
It's fantastic.
So that's pretty good. And at the community college, which is by far the best deal in the world for any parents
No
out there
question.
listening, there's just nothing better. And they can qualify for a Rotary grant or scholarship to go to the community college. And then they also can qualify for the endowment, so they can get double help from the community.
Which is the only way you can do that. It's the only way you
Right,
can have
that's the only
students through
one,
community college.
because the colleges don't have the matching.
All right, well, we're going to get busy here selling some more items. We are, timekeeper says we are 18 minutes away from our next group of items to be sold as part of the 54th
One
Annual
last
Cadiz
comment.
Rotary Radio Auction. Go ahead.
Sandra called back in to make sure that we knew, and she forgot to mention this to me, but she wanted to make sure we knew that her donation was in memory of Simone Parker,
Awesome.
who was very close to.
Yes. Yes,
Sandra.
well, Sandra was a mentor for Simone. I mean, Simone went to
Right.
her really quite often, trying to find ways to serve her community, and they were very close friends. So, Sandra, we love you. Thank you for listening tonight. We miss you, and thank you for being a mentor for many of us, ladies especially. You've shown us the way to fight and to never give up, and we appreciate you so much.
Bit often and high.
A bit often, that's right. Give it up for Dr. Scott Sullivan and you guys.
And you kept him in under, what, like 10 minutes? Man, you did good, Beth.
Scott,
Oh, Lord.
Scott and I are.
I
yin
spent a
yang.
lot
We
of
can do
time
it.
at the Sutherland House when I was a kid. And Doc would come in, and I always called him Burton because, it's Burton Scott Sutherland. So I'd say, hey, Burton, what you doing in there? And he'd come in, and he'd, But he always tried to feed us and take care of us. And Jennifer.
And he still does.
His middle daughter, Jennifer's my age, and we had a lot of good times over at the Sutherland House. Better times when him and Mary Ann were gone. But anyway.
That's what he was
You
worried
even got him
about.
smiling under his mask
it's
there,
right.
but
He knows it's
we had big
right.
parties over there. We appreciate it, Doc. Your liquor was great. Let's get on. We've got how many minutes left on
You have
the?
got 16 minutes exactly.
All right,
16 minutes.
Let's go, y'all. We got a
I
bunch of
will
items to
say,
sell.
I just went to get some Blank Century Club forms, and the folks in the other room are complaining because the phones aren't ringing. So
Wah, wah.
270-522-3232. We've got a $10,000 match tonight. We need to meet and exceed that
That's
$10,000
right.
match. So
And one.
let's make Beth happy. Call your Century Club donations in, or you can do it online. So, JB, I won't interrupt you no more.
We've
already
got.
said
I know.
Bill, don't you? You're in here taking up for me. Yeah. We've got a gift certificate donated by Dwayne Taylor, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Murray, item 18225. A hand-painted picture, item 17877. 2 tickets to the Chocolate Affair donated by the Janice Mason Art Museum. Maybe they'll have the Chocolate Affair this time.
They're going to.
They're going
They
to.
dropped their donations off tonight, and they are excited. They are looking forward to the chocolate affair.
Perfect.
And so
That's-
am I. Man, that's a fun event.
Absolutely. That's item 18833. We've got a FFA lap quilt from Marie Baker. That's item 18540. We've got a Tree County Veterinary Clinic gift certificate, item 18122. We've got a Tacacam Reveal cellular trail camera donated by Harold Knight, item 20002. That's a $120 value that we're currently at $150 or more because this sheet was printed off early, right, Beth? So it could have been better, and we appreciate those high bids. We got a $95 gift certificate donated by Deepak Patel of the Roadway Inn of Cadiz. $95. I'm assuming that's going to take care of a night or something of room. Deepak, thank you for that donation. Talking about a good guy there too, Deepak Patel. Good folks. They own the local roadway in here. Genesis bow, donated by Shipley's Outdoors. Get on there and look at that if you're an archer. That's item 18198. We've got a one-box Apex Turkey Ninja TSS of shotgun shells. Item 18048, talking about something hard to come across. That's a $55 value, and we're high at $72 on that. A handcrafted wren house, item 18525. We need some activity on that. We've got a $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip, home of the Beth Man Chuck Wagon Sandwich. That's a $10 gift certificate. We've got a Milwaukee M18 job site radio that came in with all the Milwaukee tools. We've got great activity, overvalue bid in memory of Patrick Perry, item 18551. We've got murder mystery dinner theater package, 5/22/21 event there at Lake Barkley State Resort Park. I'm thinking that it's at Lake Barkley. Just look the item up there, type in murder mystery and see what comes up. We got a 50-pound bag of Kentucky 31 fescue seed by item 18023. We've got a one full photography session donated by L3 Photography, Laura Lancaster, item 18018. We've got a Mojo Voodoo Dove decoy, $40 value that's currently overbid as well. Look up that item if you're interested. We got a $250 Prizer Point Marina and Resort Lodging or Kentucky Lakes KOA camping certificate. We've got Clayworks Blue Sky Blossom Candle House Petunia, donated by Jackie Lett. That's item 18475. We've got a Nightingale Moonshiner acrylic pot turkey call, item 18050, overvalue bid. Thank you to the bidders on that. We've got 5 straw erosion control blankets donated by Joe Nichols and Seven Springs Farms. If you're looking for, if you're having erosion problems or reseeding or anything like that, take a look at these items. They're the erosion control blankets. They're really nice items. Get on there and take a look at that and see if you can't get in on the action. We've got a 29-inch Genesis incline mountain bike, item 17392. We've got a used kayak cart donated by a friend of Rotary. That's item 18627. We've got a $100 gift certificate to Prizer Point Marina and Resort Lodging and Kentucky Lakes KOA Camping. $100 gift certificate. We got a gift certificate for 1 round of golf with a cart for 2 at Dale Hollow, item 18058. We've got $350 supersonic pressure washing for home, donated by Kevin Putty, item 18902. Kevin's out of Hopkinsville and does great work, so get in on that item there at item 18902. We got a $50 gift certificate for Casey Jones Distillery, item 18752. We've got a 17-pound country ham donated by Joe and Jason Oakley. That's item 18468. We've got a wireless keypad for a garage door donated by Katie's Overhead Doors, LLC, which is Will Ezel. That's a $30 value with a full value bid on that item. We have baseball gear donated by Trigg County Athletic Department, item 18917. With 3 sons, I probably ought to buy the baseball gear just to wear around the house. That's item 18917. We got another $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip, home of the Beth Man Chuck Wagon Sandwich. Item 18457.
They're going to have a run on Chuck Wagon just because you're promoting it so much.
That's right. Y'all better order extra for the events going on. We got a $50 gift certificate to Adams Breezy Hill Farm. We've got a $100 gift certificate to Harper House, donated by Scott and Ellen Jolly, item 18993. The Complete Mediterranean Cookbook, item 18424. We need some activity on that. We've got a custom plasma cut sign donated by Graham Cofield, the one and only Graham Cofield, the Tree County Extension Agent. This is a plasma cut sign. If you've been out in front of the Tree County Veterinary Clinic, you can see some of his work.
Alana sent me a really cool picture of that today, too. If you go there on the website and look at it, you will see one that they made for the McNichols family, and it's hanging there.
The one,
It's
they
very
bought it
cool.
in 2019 from the auction, and so I went back and got what he did for them as an example. Of course, it's been painted and everything, but it's really, really cool. He's really talented.
It's nice.
Well, I'm glad you done something, Alana. That's fabulous.
Other than run my mouth, JB.
We've got a 2-night stay in a villa at Barren River State Resort Park. That's item 18153. We've got a steel RB 400 pressure washer, which is a residential model by Hudson Inc., item 18006. We'd like to get full value on that. We're moving into the 9 o'clock, so I'm going to... What about Century Club? 270-522-3232.
Bring that tambourine. I love doing that.
So, JB, you will appreciate this because this is just for you. So, my buddy Josh Hawley sent me this. He said he wanted to do a $100 Century Club, and the only reason he's doing it is because I keep interrupting you. So,
Good job, Josh.
all the guys on this side of the room feel that.
Don't forget, you told me on the phone this week, Josh, you were bringing a signed check by, so that could be pretty dangerous if you drop a signed check off by. By the way, pickup times, and that's what he called me about. Pickup times is going to be from 10 to 3 tomorrow at Farm Bureau, which is between Southern States and Classics Cars on the Hopkinsville Road, which is the old 68, which is right off the 4-lane. Keith Warsher will be there tomorrow from 10 to 3, and then we'll have pickup 8 to 12 on Saturday. We'll have the gift certificates there, but if you don't pick your gift certificates up, they will be mailed to you. So keep that in mind. If you buy a gift certificate or you look at a gift certificate and you think, I don't want to drive up there on Saturday morning just to pick up 2 or 3 gift certificates, that's fine. We'll send it in the mail and you'll get it in a few days. Just make sure when you do check out and put your information in there that you're giving good, accurate information on addresses and that kind of stuff. But we will have the gift certificates there tomorrow and Saturday for the items that you've bought and paid for. There was another person, Beth, that I wanted to maybe push a little on tonight. I was coming through the subdivision, and every time I come through my subdivision, there's a house that sits up in the far right side. I'm not sure if it was the first house in the subdivision or not, but it was right at the top. Thornton Bryan, he's our last founding member that's still alive in the Rotary Club. And last night we were remembering people that, for just memory of or in honor of. Well, tonight I just think that we should, for people that know Thornton Bryan, he's here to listen to us. I guarantee you he's on the radio tonight. If you want to make a donation in honor of Dr. Thornton Bryan, I think tonight would be a great night with our match money. And so this is just my thoughts. Nobody had any push on this. When I went through the subdivision today, I thought, man, I miss him sitting there at the door. He was the guard for our items every year. And he had his little stick the last few years there, and I thought, man, he'll whap somebody with that stick if they try to take an item out of here or something.
He was serious about his responsibility of that inventory room, and it is important. I mean, you have to keep up with all those items and where they are and who's paid and who, is still waiting in line for their turn. I mean, it is a massive production, and he has given a lot of years for sure.
Yes, he has. So if you'd like to make a donation, 270-522-3232 in honor of Thornton Bryan. Dr. Bryan, we hope you're listening. We thank you for your service to the Rotary Club. You delivered half of the people that are probably listening as well. The time's counting down, Dr. Bryan, so at this time you'd say, well, they better get on there and start bidding and get this done. But what kind of time are we looking like, Alana?
4 minutes and 8 seconds.
4 minutes, 8 seconds on our 8 o'clock items, so get in there, get your bids in. I do see a lot of really good bids, but there's a few items that need a little help on. So if you see one that you think, man, that thing should have brought more money, just get in there and bid on it, and make sure that we're getting a maximum value out of an item. We've been doing really good all week with items. If you click on the item bid, don't wait till the last 2 seconds because you might miss it, right? Or
Yeah, you sure might.
or get into conversation with somebody, you'll miss a bid too. He
Or
left
bid
me.
less than you should have to begin with, you might not get it.
I was overbid on the last one by $50.
Well, you were underbid.
And it
on
was
the one before that.
competition I was bidding on. And I still didn't get it.
Well, you have 1,947 people competing with you right now. So, you know, you got to be serious about this stuff. 1,951 to be exact now that it's building on up there. We've had terrific bidding activity. I mean, just over the top. Thank you guys so much. We're 4 minutes away from the 8 o'clock group being sold. A bunch of items on that. Man, time is flying tonight, isn't it?
It is.
It is going by so quickly. I haven't even had a chance to check to see how we did in hour number 1. So I hope we're doing great in hour number 2, because tonight is a crucial night for us. Thursday night is always our second biggest night of the week, and it sort of sets the tone, the momentum for Friday night.
That's
And
right.
Friday night, it all is just all goes out the window. We're crazy, we're wide open. We have to raise a ton of money tomorrow night. So believe it or not, we're still taking items. Normally, we're like, we cannot handle one more item because Friday night is stacked up because we get items late in the week, but we can still add some items to the store. That means you'll need to come back and check often and bid high so that we can get those items sold tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Do you have IT people in this building?
Well, yes.
Well, my Eastern time, my son has texted me, Trey, so you know my middle son, he's all over this auction stuff. He says, Dad, it's 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, because I guess I said coming up on the 9 o'clock hour. So he said, you said 9.
Hey, John Miller is one of the best IT guys I know. I bet you he can fix that for you. Because let me tell you, help is on the way.
I looked down and I'm like, oh, Lord, we're getting close to the 9 o'clock hour. It is 8 o'clock,
See, we're
folks.
saying it's going fast, and he's
It
up
is
there
8
already
o'clock.
trying
He's
to blow
like,
it out.
what are y'all talking about?
We're 2 minutes away, 2-minute warning.
Yep. How many people are in the store, Beth?
2,016 visitors in the store
18.
right now, shopping around, now 2018, so a lot of people clicking in, obviously, to make those last-minute bids. 2022, we are a minute and a half away from ringing that bell again, 8 o'clock. You guys have caught on very quickly on how we're doing this. If you are looking to make a Century Club donation, you can do that online in the store. I don't have to tell you where to go. You're already in there, obviously. Or you can call us on the phone, and we'll be glad to take your pledge at 270-522-3232. It's the 54th annual Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. This is the craziness you're listening to on WKDZ FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton. It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock.
That
So I
means
tell you,
ring that bell.
ring the
Ring that
bell.
Let's go. All right. So if you just now placed your bid, maybe it got in, maybe it did not. If you got an error message, it is because you just got outbid on something and it has been sold. If you're looking for how to pay, if you would like to pay instantly, it will send you an email that tells you that you were the successful high bidder. You can pay right there with that email, or you can wait and pay within the next few hours. Or if you'd like to wait and pay in person, you can pay by check anytime Friday, 10 to 3.
10 to 3
10 to
Friday
3,
and 8 to 12 on Saturday.
Okay?
And
So we'll work with you on that. If you're unsure about how to check out, we'll be glad to help you through that process.
I can't believe it's coming up on the 9 o'clock sales item.
Now you can say that.
9 o'clock, but now my computer says 8 o'clock for sure, so it's 8 o'clock, like 8:01. And
You
John
believe
Miller,
literally.
the one and only John Miller, has come over and fixed my computer.
Let me
So
tell
now
you,
I hope I remember that it's.
He is a propeller head.
Oh Lord, he knew right off.
Where's the tambourine?
Hey,
Beth?
bring that. Oh, look, y'all been busy in there. Go on now. Oh, I get to do this group. Oh, yay. Thank you, Alana. Baby. All right. Whitetail Inns Vacation Rentals. You know anything about that?
I do know about.
I knew you did. I could
Whitetail.
tell by the way you grinned. We got a $250 Silver Century Club from Whitetail Inns Vacation Rentals. Thank you very much. That is Miss Tony Martinazzi. We appreciate her very much, a terrific friend of the Rotary
Thank
Club.
you, Miss Coney. We appreciate that.
And then here's our friend Kevin Terrell, who has been texting me. He's been interested in buying some of those wonderful Milwaukee tools that the Perry family donated and purchased at Lights Plumbing and Electric. They have given us $200, and that's in memory of our friend Josh Wadlington. We will
All
miss that
right,
young
thank
man.
you.
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate that very much. And then my sweethearts, Kyle and Courtney Rader, I appreciate them so much, $100, and this is toward the DJ Everett Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it a lot.
Good job.
That means a whole bunch to me. Thank you.
Absolutely. 9 o'clock's coming up.
That's right. So we got a whole new group of items. We've got some really big items going at 9 o'clock. I'm going to briefly touch on them because we've got several $400, $600, $450 items that are going. We've got a 2-night stay in a villa at Barren River State Resort Park. That's a $400 value. That's selling at 9 o'clock. This steel RB 400 pressure washer donated by Hudson Inc., $630 value. That's selling at 9 o'clock. The $600 gift certificate towards tires donated by Christian County Tire and Auto. That's selling at 9 o'clock. The Pit Boss pellet grill. It's the Austin XL version of that, donated by a friend of Rotary. That's item number 18730. It's a $447 value. Haven't looked at it recently. Last time I looked at it was only at $200, so we need some more action on that. We've got another all sports passes donated by the Trigg County Athletic Department. That's a $250 item. A city zip tote. It's a Coach bag donated by Jim and Linda Tribble, and I think, Beth, you picked that up.
They brought that by to us. Linda and I were communicating on the air the other night, and I was asking about who all she served under as auction chair, because anybody that's been through it, if you've ever worked with someone who was auction chair, you're the assistant auction chair, let me assure you. And I knew for sure that she had done it the year that Travis Hamby was superintendent, and Jim Wallace, and she also did that for Tim McGinnis, but she also told me that she did that for Mary Ann Firquin. And Mary Ann was the first female to serve as auction chair for the Cadiz Rotary Club. And she said they went from handwriting it to actually typing it into an Excel spreadsheet. And if you know Miss
That's a
Linda,
big
she
move.
can turn an Excel spreadsheet on its ear. Yeah. She is terrific. And I mean, I miss her so much because she would do me. Okay, she'd tell me how many items I had at what hour it was.
Yep.
She was my real official timekeeper and the official bookkeeper of the Rotary Club. So she contacted me and said, hey, I have this Coach purse that I would like to donate if you guys would like to have it. So be sure to check it out. It's beautiful blue. For those of you who love blue and cats in Kentucky, you might really like that item. Just type in Coach on your Google search.
Good deal. So we've got the noodle board and stove shelf donated by Jake Wallace. That came in today, and it's selling tonight at 9 o'clock. Really need some action on that item. Again, the pictures are all online at WKDZradio.com. Click into the Big Deal store and the Rally for Rotary, and you can search for these items. This is a neat one, a half bourbon barrel head with the Trigg County Bicentennial logo that was donated by the Trophy House. It's a $250 value. We've got all kinds of bicentennial stuff, and it's really, really cool if you're a history nerd like I am. Love all these items that have come in with the bicentennial theme. We've got a 24-inch mountain bike donated by a friend of Rotary. That's a $128 value. The Rhino lining, short bed under rail by Superior Truck Beds. We've said it all along. If you want a Rhino lining of long bed, short bed, whatever you need, they're willing to work with you. This is a gift card, $425 value to make that happen. $300 Prizer Point Marina and Resort boat rental. That's coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll close out. This Dell Inspiron laptop donated by Solutions Technology Group. That's a $629 item that's coming up at 9 o'clock too. This was cool. I was reading about it on WKDZ's Facebook page today. It's 2 walking Nashville tours for up to 10 people with Mr. Eddie Owen. Can't remember all the details, Beth, but it sounded really cool when I was reading about it.
Eddie actually does that as a business, and he spends a lot of his off time from WHVO and WKDZ doing guided tours of Nashville. First of all, he's just extremely talented, but he really enjoys sharing the pride of Nashville area, and he does these tours, sometimes bus tours, sometimes walking tours. So this includes a walking tour of up to 10 people, and then we'll also get you tickets to the Country Music Hall of Fame. So pretty cool.
Very cool. Got a 3D metal wall sculpture from Statton's Art and Framing. They call it a flag raising, I believe is what that one is. It's really cool. It's 3D, so like the metal sticks out on the front and it's got a beautiful background in it. Really, really cool item. That's a $299 value. The Elk Tour Pack with lodging, that's at Jenny Wiley State Resort Park. That's a $300 value if you need a weekend away. A Yeti Tundra 65 cooler, that's almost $350 value. That's also going at 9 o'clock. So we've got some really, really big ticket items that are coming up at 9 o'clock, and some of these are brand new. They just came in today. So I'm trying to give them as much airtime as I can to make sure that we're getting as many bids as we can get on those items. So.
Absolutely. The number here is 270-522-3232. There are 4 or 5 people answering the phones tonight. And if you need help, if you're having trouble logging on, if you're coming on for the first time, just ask some help in there, and they'll be glad to assist you, to coach you on the WKDZradio.com, and then go to Big Deals. Once you get into Big Deals, Rally for Rotary. There is a sort option on there. You can hit the arrow down and find auctions ending soon and hit the sort button, and you are able to sort that down to the items that are selling coming up soon. We have another Century Club donation.
Ooh, let me ring that bell.
Michael Bryan has called in $100 Century Club in honor of his dad, Dr. Thornton Bryan. Mike Bryan for years has helped the Rotary Club with the auctioning on Fridays, the items that we don't sell in the country store. He's auctioned those. He's helped do several things with us. He was the PVA person for years, and a huge supporter of the community, and a big UK basketball, football fan. So, Mike Bryan, thank you so much for calling in that, and I know your dad is truly proud of you and all that you've done for this community as well. There's another person that I want to talk about a little bit. I've talked about family all week, so one advantage of getting to talk on the radio, you get to talk about people that you know some, and I just think it's a personal touch. But my wife's grandparents live in Hopkinsville, Willie and Betty Lou Stevenson, and I don't know, Willie might be the tightest guy that ever walked, and he knows that because I tell him that often, but they send a Century Club donation every year to the Cadiz Rotary Club because they feel like that we do really good with the money, and I'm not sure what else Willie would give $100 to, I can just tell you. And
You are about to sleep in that camper permanently.
he knows that I am on him like that, but Betty Lou, Nana, we call her, she stays on him all the time, but Nana and Pawpaw, if you're listening tonight, we appreciate your donation down here and taking care of my kids and bringing me into the family as one of your own years ago, and thanks for supporting us tonight out of Hopkinsville. So let's get some more Century Clubs. We got a 10,000 match tonight, so we're a long way.
We're a long way from that. I was thinking we were closer than we are, but the accounting department has notified me that I'm way off the mark. So I'm thinking their math's not right, but
they sent it to me too. So I got a number for once. I got a number.
Well, then get to
It's
work.
like a real
Then get to
win
work,
there,
big
David.
guy. So
No,
now
you go.
know where we
You
are.
go, because I'm going to add to it just
Well.
despite.
I'm going to dig through all this paperwork because I think we've got more than that.
I do too. I mean,
We need more than that. I know.
David, 270-522-3232. If you don't do anything but ask for David Miller, because he's the one that sends us bad text messages all the time, call and say, hey, is David there? And he's going to die because he doesn't know you're calling for him. But, hey, there's a lot of good items selling at 9 o'clock. Make sure you sort those items and get in there and bid on those. There's also Buy It Now. You can go in and do $25 rally dollars, $50 rally dollars, $100 Century Club, $500 Century Club, all kinds of Buy It Now items. If you keep scrolling down, you'll find the items that are going to end here pretty quick. It's a long list because it's still got some of the 8 o'clock items still in there. But there's a handmade turkey box call, item 18103. This is the Jack Smith turkey call we were talking about earlier tonight. That's at $60. We need some activity on that. The 3D metal wall sculpture by Staten Decorating, Staten Art and Framing is at $51. Our all sports pass, someone is in at $275 on a $250 value.
Now we're talking.
Good activity on that. Our Dell laptop by Solutions Technology Group is at $518. That's a $629 value. The Steel residential pressure washer is at $540. So get some activity on that. The one-day Lexi Bush Convention Center rental by the Trigg County Physical Court is at $105. We've got 4 rounds of golf by Mineral Mounds, donated by Mineral Mounds State Park at $120. We've got the $10 Gracie gift certificate, Gracie Dairy Dip, Beth Mann's Chuck Wagon Sandwich Place. We've got the $600 gift certificate toward Christian County Tire and Auto toward tires is up to $600 full value, but a Spirit of Rotary on that would make Mark Thweet super excited.
Sure would.
A bottle of 12-year-old Knob Creek, which is a Kentucky bourbon, is up to $160. We've got a white oak cutting board donated by Lauren Fowler, which is lumber came from Josh Wadlington, and the done by Jake Wallace is up to $100. We've got a 302 on our Yeti 65 Tundra cooler. We've got a 75 milliliter bottle of 2012. Help with this, Alana? Item 18785. I'm not sure. I'll have to click on it to see what it is there, but it's at $85. We need 15 more bucks to be full value on that. We've got a homemade white cake, item 18280, that's overvalue bid. We got a $100 Gracious Me gift certificate, item 18115. We've got a full functional front loader remote control construction toy tractor, item 18947 at full value. We've got a $300 Prizer Point Marina and Resort boat rental, $300 value at $160. Now I've got a different person on the phones texting me, telling me, no, our phones are not ringing.
Oh, no.
270-522-3232, and ask for the one and only Meg Hicks, and she will help you.
Put her to work.
Tonight. They are the ones that donated the Charlie Daniels fiddle, so you need to tell her, if nothing else, that you want to hear the fiddle from the one and only Meg Hicks tonight. We got another gift certificate to Gracie Dairy Dip. We've got the custom plasma cut sign donated by Graham Cofield at full value. I got Pawpaw calling me over here. Pawpaw, I'm on the radio talking. I'm not going to be able to answer the phone, young man. $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip donated by Abigail Johnson, $15 value. I've got a canopy floats donated by the shop livesandy.com. That's item 18901. It's $100 value. We need some activity on that. We've got a city zip tote.
That's the coach,
That's the
baby.
coach bag.
The one like you ride behind horses in, or the one that costs me a fortune every time I go out of town?
There you go.
Okay, my mother and my wife's favorite little purse store.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Now you know.
Well, do you think I could buy that thing and then wouldn't have to go when we go on vacation?
You should buy that for your wife to make up for what you haven't been doing that you were supposed to be doing.
That'd look
Be
good
her
sitting on
Rotary
the
auction gift.
that'd look good sitting on the porch of the camper, wouldn't it? So anyway, we need bids on several items. Number here is 270-522-3232. I don't know if we're having phone ringing or not, Alana, but
News stories.
You know, I'd say, you know, normally we can hear it. When we're at the annex, we can kind of see and hear everything going on, but up here, we're in a separate room. So these text messages are actually very helpful, guys. If you let us know if they're not ringing or get our attention some way, it's very, very helpful. So we've got a whole slew of items selling at 9 o'clock. We've been through this before, but just in case you're new to it, WKDCradio.com. Click on the big deals page and click over on the Rally for Rotary. Sort by auctions ending soon and hit the sort button. That's really important. It won't work if you don't hit the sort button. And you can scroll down and find the items that are selling here at 9 o'clock. They'll be in a gray box with little red dots all the way around it. I've really enjoyed this system. We had some hesitation. We're so used to doing things the way we've always done them, but I've enjoyed this because when you're on this side of the mic and you're trying to describe an item, sometimes that's kind of hard when all you've got is a little sheet to go off of, but being able to look at each item to see what you're getting, I think it's of great value to those of you who are bidding on items. So very, very nice. One thing we haven't talked about tonight, we've got some rally sponsors, very gracious. They're at the top of the page. We've got Novellus out of Guthrie, Rogers Group, Hopkinsville Community College, and the Hopkinsville Community College Foundation. Some of these are year after year after year sponsors of ours. They've been very gracious with us. They donate not just their money, but their time. They always come to the breakfast, and they're active in our auction. So thank you so much to our rally sponsors, and thank you for your support. And let's go through some more items. I think we've got some, JB, you were asking about this other one. It is a bottle of wine, a red, and that's what I think there's actually two of them. It's a 2012 Lazaretti donated by the Friend of Rotary. This is a red from Tuscany. It's a 90+ rated wine, 91 to 97 rating. It's got a $100 retail value on it, and the current bid is $85. Somebody out there knows.
They know their wine.
They do.
I'm following their lead.
They know what they're getting. So that is a really, really cool item. You got a 6-pack of Coca-Cola Ham Festival. These are 20 anniversary Coca-Colas, and they're printed the Ham Festival 1976 to 1996. It's a really cool collector's item. That's got Thelma Fowler written all over it right there. Lauren, need to get that for her. Got some 2-night stays. We've got the walking tour. The noodle board, I want to give this some more attention. This is a handmade item by Jake Wallace. It's really cool. It's reclaimed poplar wood, and it's got kind of that rustic look to it. If you put the stove shelf on top, you can set all your spices on top of the stove, and they don't fall down behind it. And then the noodle board sits on top of your glass burners there. It's a $100 value. He and his wife have this Facebook group called Sawdust and Shiplap. I'm sure Sheena knows all about this.
I'm sure she does.
And so they actually sell some of these items. They go through.
Oh, it's quick sale too, right? It's kind of like the Rotary auction.
That's where I was going with this. So Jake will make 4 or 5 of an item, and they will sell them. And if you're not Johnny on the spot and get them, they're gone. And so this is actually probably something that some of their followers would really like. Really cool items, again, handmade. You're not going to find stuff like this just in Walmart or anything like that. So this is interesting. We've got a porcelain basket with flowers. It's a $55 value, and it's only at $2. It was donated by a Friend of Rotary. It's a porcelain basket, and it's got pink and yellow and white flowers in it with a handle. Just a little collector's item that you can put on a shelf. Again, $55 value, needs some action on that item. A pair of season tickets to Live at the Alhambra. This is a $600 value item. Really cool. I think the series is going to be announced in late summer, I think is usually how that works. And so you'll know it's usually 5 or 6 shows, and they're getting ramped back up just like everything else. It's kind of nice. We were talking earlier in the week, we didn't have any tickets and we don't have any concerts, and now all of a sudden this stuff is starting to trickle in. And I think that it shows a lot of optimism. We're ready to kind of get back to going out and hanging out with our friends and visiting and socializing. So this is really nice. So it's a pair of season tickets to Live at the Alhambra. It's a $600 value, currently at $220. Definitely need some more action on that. We've got 39 minutes left, so
39 minutes.
that's right. Got a country ham donated by the 4-H Country Ham Project. Those are always really cool at Ham Festival time to see what the kids have been up to. And my personal opinion, I think they taste just as good as the adult ones because they've had a lot of help with them. So this is a $60 value donated by 4-H Country Ham Project. So need some action on that item. We've got a wooden box wine set. And this is it's a box that you've got your bottle stopper and pouring spout and a multi-tool to pull your corks and a full cutter in it. If you're needing something like that, that item is on here. It's a $20 value. That's $18,838. Let's see what else we got here. Clicking on along. Got some rugs donated by a friend of Rotary. Oh, that's I done gone so far down the list, I'm on tomorrow. Because we don't need to talk about that yet, so.
Well, in the meantime, I have had another Century Club come in.
Oh, where's the camera?
So, my Nana and Pawpaw that I were talking about earlier, he was calling me while I was on the radio. So
He was trying to give you money,
He was
JB. You were
trying.
talking about how squeaky tight he is, and look what you did.
I know,
That's
and
right.
so he was trying to call, and Nana and Pawpaw, which is Willie and Betty Lou Stevenson, have pledged an additional $200 to the Century Club tonight. So I do owe an apology, absolutely. So Nana and Pawpaw, thank you for that, and we appreciate that. And I'm sorry that I said you were squeaky tight, Pawpaw, but I think Nana pushed you a little there.
I think you owe them a dinner out or something.
I
JB.
do. You know, it's been a tough year on us. We just went over there a couple weekends ago for Pawpaw's birthday, and they're another couple that couldn't get out during the COVID times, and it was hard on our family because we're a really close family, and we get together, and they couldn't get out, and we were really thrilled when we all got together a week or so ago. And I know Nana and Pawpaw were sure glad to see all of us. But I appreciate y'all helping on our 10,000 match tonight. So your 200 turned into $400.
That's right.
Just in the click of a finger. So thank you for that. And a minute ago we were talking about the coach purse, and my wife texted me and said, "Don't worry about it. I'm bidding on the Kate Spade purse." So
Even better. She knows what she wants.
she knows what she wants. There's nothing
She
short
doesn't need
about
your
that.
permission. So Beth touched on it a little bit earlier. Let's come back to some of our big items, our really big items that are going to sell tomorrow. These are what we would normally call our big board items. They are high-priced, high-dollar items, and I'm going to start down here and work my way back up. We've got a $500 Prizer Point Marina and Resort Boat Rental. Again, $500 value. We've got a country ham, aged 2 years, donated by Gary Litchfield. That's another $500 value that's selling tomorrow night. We've got this fitness center membership for a family of 4. That's 2 adults, 2 children. That's donated by Lake Barkley State Resort Park. It's a $720 value. This is really cool if you're, I feel like it's bikini season. You're trying to get your beach body ready. So includes access to the heated indoor pool, the Nautilus equipment, free weights, exercise classes. Again, membership for a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children, $720 value selling tomorrow night. We've got the 6 hours of D8 Caterpillar dozer work. That's a $750 value. Harper House Chef's Meal and Drinks for 6. We touched on this just a second. This is a $750 value. It's a meal consisting of selections from their new spring menu with wine pairings to go with the tastings from the new menu. The date of the meal is coordinated between you and Nelson Green, the manager of Harper House. I can guarantee you if Nelson is cooking it, it's going to be good. She's going to do everything everything she can to make it special for you. That's a $750 value. really needs some more action on that item. We've got a Liberty gun safe donated by Hudson Inc. Click into this and talk about it a little bit. It's an almost $800 retail value, 24 gun granite textured safe. It holds up to 24 long guns, 30-minute fire rating. It's got 5/8 inches of fire protection to go with that. It weighs 370 pounds, and that's if you buy this item, we're going to coordinate with Hudson. It's not at Farm Bureau. This item is at Hudson still because it's so heavy. We will coordinate with them to get it down here to get delivered to you. So really cool item. It's got the John Deere logo on it. It's got a touchpad entry into it. So really nice. $799 value on the Liberty gun safe. We've got a Herb Hayes furniture and mattress king set. This is Shenandoah plush bedding. It says that it's a mattress and 2-box springs by American Bedding. It's ideal for side and back sleepers, motion isolation. It's the perfect temperature, ergonomic support. It's an almost $820 value, and it's currently at $500. So Herb Hayes is always so generous with us. They always do a really big item, and that's so supportive of them, of the Rotary Club. So I got this text from Meg Hicks, and I'm going to read it because I'll mess it up if I don't read it.
Careful.
So, I know. So the Charlie Daniels signed souvenir fiddle. This is $1,000 value. And so this is the story of the fiddle.
Okay.
So the
Here you
fiddle.
go, Meg. Here it goes, Meg.
The fiddle may or may not have been played by Charlie Daniels on his granny's front porch when he was 3 years old in South Monkey's Eyebrow, just north of Redbug Tussle in rural Tuckasee.
You can't make this stuff up. Now.
So, again, we've got $1,000 signed Charlie Daniels souvenir fiddle. It's a really cool item. It's in a display case, really nice.
The best there's ever been.
That's right. Are you trying to ring that bell on me?
I'm trying to ring that bell because
Good deal.
Did you? What did you just say? How much was that fiddle?
It's $1,000 value.
Did you say 1,000?
I said 1,000.
Well, we've struggled a little bit tonight with Century Clubs. I wish I could hear the phones, but they keep telling us the phones aren't ringing. So I just got a text message on my own phone because I'm not sure. Does the 522-3232 number work, or do we know?
Would somebody call and check it for
Well,
us?
please, I need 6 or 10 people to call and let us know, number one, if it rolls over to another line and 4 or 5 people can talk at once.
They're in there having dessert. We're in here just
Oh,
working as hard as we
geez.
can go, and they're just got their having chocolates and wine. Not
It's
wine,
crazy. Well, I got a text message and said, you guys need help tonight, and I want to inspire somebody to, or several people to step up and do good things. Well, Donovan Washer with the Trigg County Farm Bureau Federation. He's our president of our local board. So there's two separate, there's Trigg County Farm Bureau Federation and there's Trigg County Farm Bureau Insurance. Well, the Federation is the membership part of our organization that does advocate for farmers and anything that's involved with agriculture in the state of Kentucky. Alana's involved with some young farmer stuff. We've got a really active group. It's a good group of board members that we have, and they've stepped up tonight with $1,000 Century Club donation. So they said there's match money tonight, so that 1,000 turns into 2,000. So that's what we need. And Donovan encourages anybody out there, any organization that has had a fairly decent year or able to do that, please step up and try to do all you can for the Cadiz Rotary Club. Thank you, Donovan, for that text message. We needed a little inspiration tonight because
That's right.
we're kind of down. I mean, with the no phones and stuff, it's crazy.
But we're getting down to the last 30 minutes, too. I mean, I don't want us to run out of steam. That's awesome.
30 minutes.
That's
Woo,
right.
Lord, we're flying by. 270-522-3232. We need the phones to ring and figure out what's going on. Dr. Sutherland is
He's
coming
back,
in.
and he's carrying paper.
And he likes to sit down and talk when he brings in a paper. I mean, he's ready.
Well,
JB,
I
Mr.
overheard a
Motor.
little something
Yeah.
when I went in there that he is worthy of the microphone right now, if I understood it
Yeah,
correctly. Now,
yeah.
I don't want to be starting rumors, but
Well, we wanted to help out, so we called a few friends, but I did call two.
it had some four figures involved in it.
Well, yeah,
rumor.
some really nice folks, Billy and Christy Millay, doctors Billy and Christy Millay, $2,000 for the.
Yeah, baby.
So, you know, Christy's a member of the infamous Hale family, David and Pam and Amy, and they do wonderful things in the community. And Billy, Christy was fortunate enough to find Billy, and now he lives here, and he's such a great guy. If y'all don't know him, he's a wonderful person. He's a orthodontist up in, I guess, in Madisonville or up there somewhere. But he travels, he lives here, chooses to live here and work there, which is always nice. But they're wonderful people, and we appreciate their donation, and it'll help us get closer to our match goal tonight. So thank you, Billy and Christy.
All right, good deal.
Dr. Sutherland, you are always welcome in here if you're bringing that.
Bring it
type
on,
of
baby.
paper with you.
So this is what happens. See, one thing leads to another, leads to another. So Donovan starts us off with $1,000. Dr. Sutherland rolls in here with $2,000. And I'll just be truthful with you. We were kind of sucking wind. We were nowhere near where we needed to be for our $10,000 match. And I just got a text message from my partner in crime.
Ooh.
Yeah, Amy Berry.
Amy.
Who is my right hand, my left hand, and everything in between hand. She and I are dangerous together. And she's given us $1,000
Wow.
All right.
for the DJ with the third radio scholarship. So thank you.
That's great, Amy.
to go.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
You don't get Beth very often, but you got her then. And
That's she.
Amy, you're a great person. You do great things for the group here at the Edge Media Group, and you're always just super duper smiling and out and about. So, how much time we got, Alana, on these 9 o'clock items?
All right, well, let me click on over to one because I was over here looking in the next night items. I'm slacking, JB. See, y'all got me all excited because we're getting big dollars and big matches and that's-
27
I was-
minutes, right? 27
That's-
minutes till 9?
give or take a few seconds. but
Okay.
My
Well, a
dad
few
said-
seconds, it does matter in this game,
It
doesn't
does
it?
when you're sitting here with happy fingers.
It's true, it's true.
My
That
dad
does
just
matter.
texted and said the phone number is working, so
Well,
we're
good.
just not, people are not calling.
That's good. That's good.
270-522-3232.
Okay, so I just made a purchase.
A purchase.
I feel a little bit guilty because I was supposed to be working and I've been over here shopping, but anyway, not terribly guilty, just a little bit guilty. So I just did my buy it now. I just bought my 20 books in a bundle from Books FYI, and that is Mark Terrell and
Kevin Terrell.
Kevin Terrell, I'm sorry, Kevin Terrell. My apologies, I've also been texting with Mark Terrell, so my apologies. I have a really cool picture there on the site that you can look at, but it is a bundle of 20 books. They're hardback books, and he is in the book business, book distribution business. And we did this last year. We raised several $1,000s on these book bundles, and you can buy it now. They are $125. You can buy it for $35. On this, because it's a buy it now, you can select a quantity, so I selected 3, and we will have a Rotarian contact you after you make your purchase, and we'll line up where you want to mail those, and they're even taking care of the delivery charges. So these 3 sets of books for me will be going to Youngville Road in Springfield, Tennessee, to my niece, Ashley Appleton, who teaches kindergarten and first grade in Springfield, and then to her 2 little girls who love their Aunt Bep, and I love for them to read, and her mama, of course, wants them to read because she's a teacher, and they got those books last year, and they loved them. They just loved them. And what kid doesn't love getting a package in the mail, right?
Absolutely.
So for $105, I'm making 3 very special ladies in my life extremely happy tonight. So I encourage you to do the same thing. It's real easy. It is a buy it now. You don't even have to bid on it. You just buy it right there on the spot. It's a $125 value for $35. That means that you're saving 72%. Go try to buy 20 hardback books for $35. Can't do it. It's not possible.
Nope.
Not possible. So that's $105. All right.
Very nice. So let's run through just a few items that are selling here at 9 o'clock. We've got 24 minutes left, Beth. I am kind of keeping track.
We need you to.
We've got the custom plasma cut sign that's donated by Graham Cofield, the Tree County Extension agent. 2-night stay in a villa at Barren River State Resort Park. The pressure washer donated by Hudson Inc. $600 gift certificate toward tires donated by Christian County Tire and Auto. The handmade cedar birdhouse, again, this is a really cool item. It is handmade, and I'm going to pull it back up for just a minute because it has a really nice story that goes with it. It's donated by the Tribble family, and it was lovingly built by Mac Big Daddy Cunningham. And so we know, as far back as we can remember, that he had contributed something to every single Cadiz Rotary radio auction. He loved the kids. He loved what we were doing. And so they were cleaning out and found one of his cedar birdhouses. That's item number 18760. It's only at $25. I'd really like to do his memory more justice than that. So need some action on that item. Again, item number 18760. It's a handmade cedar birdhouse. The Pit Boss Pellet Grill, donated by a friend of Rotary. That's item 18730, selling at 9 o'clock. Handmade turkey box call, all sports passes. JB, this would make Beth really happy. That item is up to $275. We've got a Spirit of Rotary bid on our $250 all sport pass. $25 gift certificate to Casey Pharmacy in Hopkinsville. The Coach purse, donated by Jim and Linda Tribble. The noodle board and stove shelf, donated by Jake Wallace. Half bourbon barrel head with the Tree County Bicentennial logo. That's donated from the Trophy House. It's a $250 value. Again, a one-of-a-kind item that you can have. Homemade white cake. Is this one here too?
No, this one will be made based on
to
your call.
order?
Yes, and let me tell you, if you've never had one of her cakes, I'm not even a huge dessert fan, but she has got to be one of the best cooks in the whole wide world.
Ooh, that's
she
pretty
can
high praise.
Cook. Yes, she
So
is
that's-
wonderful, wonderful.
That's on our 9 o'clock list. $25 gift certificate to the Pier Floating Restaurant at Prizer Point Marina and Resort. And you know, we talk about Prizer Point quite a bit, but there's no telling. I can't even add up in my head how much money they're giving away in gift certificates to this auction. It is several $1,000s worth. They are active participants at our breakfast. They're active participants through the week bidding on items. Thank you, Greg and Lisa Batts, for everything you do for this community. It is so appreciated. Definitely not overlooked. A $10 gift certificate to the Gracie Dairy Dip. 24-inch mountain bike that's donated by a friend of Rotary. We've got some wine, the Rhino lining. This is a RC remote control construction toy tractor. I know Baby Wick would actually really like that. The 12-year-old Knob Creek, I guess it's in the Farm Bureau office if JB hasn't gotten hold of it.
If he hasn't been, if he hasn't been
been a long
bidding,
week.
You can't let me not get the bid on that, okay?
I will not distract you,
considering
JB.
it's probably already consumed.
I've got to get it.
Might
So
oughta
don't
pay for
nobody
it.
talk when that thing goes off.
I got it. I feel a little guilt coming across the room from
You
you.
see his face turn red?
I got 4 rounds of golf donated by Mineral Mound State Park, $300 Prizer Point Marina and Resort boat rental, the White Oak corner cutting board donated by Lauren Fowler, the Dell Inspiron laptop. Again, we talk about things you can't find. You can't find computers right now. Computers, tablets, iPads, all of that stuff is hard to get. So we've got one right here. You're ringing the bell. Does that mean you've got something good going on over there?
I've got a Century Club donation.
All right.
I just got a text message from my friends David and Sherry Cooper, who are Transcraft employees there. They do business with me. They just donated $250 online about 20 minutes ago. They hope it helps with the match money. You all are doing a great job for a great cause. Thank you, David and
thank you,
Sherry
thank you.
Cooper, for that $250 donation. Folks, we need the phones ringing. I just stepped out a minute ago to look in there, and they're like scrolling Facebook and doing it. At least they could be posting items on Facebook or something.
Yeah,
Sharing.
I agree.
We'd
I agree.
really
We'd
like
to
the
have a
share
conversation about this,
feature.
right? They could be sharing stuff. They could be socializing. I want to bring your attention to a really nice item that I think we may have slightly overlooked the value and the uniqueness of this item. It's from Jim Monroe at Staten Art and Framing. He is located right next to Toyota in Hopkinsville. This is a family-owned and operated business. He's been doing this. I met him 35 years ago when I was in the television business, and he was in the newspaper business. So we have watched each other grow up in our chosen professions, and he's a terrific entrepreneur. He has made a beautiful shop there. It's a gift shop plus custom framing. And the item that he gave us, it's a little bit hard to explain, so I want you to for sure go in and look at it. It's item 18301. 18301. You have 18 minutes and 42 seconds to bid on this item. It is it's wonderful for someone who enjoys sailing. And I know we have a lot of people who enjoy sailing, our beautiful, especially Kentucky Lake is a great lake for that. It's a 3D metal wall sculpture. It's 20 inches tall, 71 inches wide. And it's called Setting the Sail. And it's showing all of these people working together in tandem in order to get the sail set on this ship. So a really neat picture. He's sculpture. He's holding it. You can see how big it is.
It's really,
71 inches.
really
Isn't that
impressive.
beautiful? It's a very impressive piece. And we need to be sure that we get a lot more money for that. We only have like $51 bid on that. I think that's a $300 or $400 or $500 item. I'm a little too lazy to do sailboating. I like boats with motors on them. But I definitely love seeing a sailboat. I mean, it's
Yeah.
almost like stop and pause.
Well, it's
just to see it.
picturesque,
It
you know?
really is gorgeous, and I
Yeah.
wish I was patient enough to do that, but I'm not. But I admire people who are. So
When you're doing your sunset cruise, you want to actually catch the sunset.
that's
not-
right. I think I'm going to actually find that sunset and catch up with it. That's right. But
Yeah.
this is a really awesome 3D metal piece. So be sure to check that item out. Item 18301, Jim Monroe at Staten Decorating.
What kind of time we got, Alana?
We were down to 18 minutes and some change, 17 minutes and some change.
17 minutes. We appreciate y'all for sticking with us tonight and every night this week. There is a lot of great bid activity. I know we hark on trying to get higher bids and this, that, and another, but we do appreciate the bids that are going on. There's a lot of you in the store now looking around, and we appreciate that. 270-522-3232. You can call that number for questions, for Century Clubs, for all kinds of stuff. The Dell laptop donated by Solutions Technology Group. That's item 18484. I mean, computers, you couldn't even find them.
You can't find them, and I was going to bring that up. Steve and Daniel both, they are here in Trigg County. It's a locally owned business. They operate all over the country, and they do access control. They do webcams. They do cameras. They did all of our equipment here at our radio station. It's hard to find computers right now. And it's also hard to find someone who knows what they're doing as it relates to computers. And Steve and Daniel both are terrific at that. So this was a very nice donation from a locally owned and operated business, this Dell computer, and they will help you get things set up, ready to go. And if you have questions, that just having the expertise of someone who knows and understands is probably worth the $519 that we have bid on, right, Kyle? So we have called them at every hour of the day and night. I promise you, I've talked to them all 24 hours at some point or another, and they just, their customer service is beyond measure. So what a great way to show some support for a locally owned and operated business by getting full bid for that Dell computer tonight. That is an item that is selling in 15 minutes and 19 seconds.
Since you've been talking, there's been a bid on
That's
that,
good.
so
We're at
that's good.
$525. So let's show some love and support for our local businesses here.
Absolutely. We've got at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be selling these items, so be sure you get in the Big Deal store. Go to WKDZradio.com, come over to the Big Deals, go down to Rally for Rotary, and then you can sort selling soon, and then hit the sort button. You make sure you hit that sort button. If not, it might not sort it for you. Hey, like that. If you don't hit
Don't hit
sort,
the
it might
button, it
not
might not
sort.
do it.
So we appreciate the bid activity tonight.
Here she comes. Here she comes. Give it up for Meg Hicks.
Charlie Daniels herself.
Give it to the auction chair.
Meg, you really
He
need to
hasn't got
talk
to say
to us
much
about
tonight.
this
We have-
Charlie
we have an
Daniels signed. I mean, this was your story,
yeah,
and
then
you
we have
ran
an
on
extra
us.
microphone
Sit,
for
sit
you.
down.
Bring it on, girlfriend.
Bring it on now.
Let's talk about it. It was one of
This
the.
is from the one and only.
Well, as a matter of fact, it was the first. It was the first item that we got for this year's Rotary auction.
And at this point, given the fact that he's passed away, it is a limited edition.
Yeah, I think you kind of told me off record that maybe your husband was regretting giving it to Rotary a little bit. So.
Well, he said, "You did what?"
You did what with what?
So I don't know if you know, but we have a really nice camper out here. I don't know if you're in need of it like JB
That
is.
you might want to sleep in.
We're good.
Well, that's good.
Although I may need a special place to stay once he finds out exactly what happened with it.
So we've got a big kick out of. I read your text exactly, word for word.
Oh, on the radio?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm glad
yeah.
you used nice language.
You don't send us something, Meg, if you don't want it out there.
That's
Now, I'm
right, because
telling
we're
you.
going to tell it. And we're telling it.
So I love this. It may or may not have been played.
It may not have,
But
or it may have.
That's
I
right.
can't say.
That's
I was
right.
not involved.
But that's what I think it's very gracious. You know, we always have some kind of autographed limited edition items, and that's what it's a really cool item. It does have the case and everything with it, right?
It's got the case and the bow and some rosin and, but the special part obviously is the autograph
Yeah.
of Charlie Daniels. And I mean, it's got a certificate of authenticity that comes with the violin or fiddle, as we're, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that he passed away, and we actually got that probably 2 years ago, and before he passed. And Rick had brought it home, and we were going to keep it in our collection. And then he said, we could donate that. And that was prior to COVID hitting. So
Wait,
it was going to
moment.
be last year's donation. And so I said, we'll just do that this year. Well, he passed away, and that kind of didn't register with me. So he said, "You did what?" When I told him we had donated it.
Well, he didn't tell you. He didn't tell you he was reneging on it. I mean, he should have made that clear. That was last year, not this year, right?
Well, the whole, there's not going to be making any more of his
Yeah,
autographs.
that's true.
Yeah, that
That's
part
true.
kind of escaped me. But other than that,
No big deal other than that.
I don't know what his problem was.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Absolutely.
So let's raise a lot of money so that Meg goes home and says, well, honey, guess what? I know you weren't thrilled about it, but we did raise $2,000 with
right.
it or $3,000 with it. He'll feel a lot better about it.
That's
at
right.
least.
He
I don't know.
will.
It could make him madder. I don't know.
So, but I think you brought us a Century Club. Is that right?
I did.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We've
Let's hear
actually
it. Ring, 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 ring.
we've actually had a couple of Century Clubs, but the first one is Mike and Doris McGill in memory of Simone Parker, $100.
Nice job.
So thank
Nice
y'all
job.
so much for that. And then the one and only Larry and Sissy Lawrence called in a
buddy.
$200 Century Club donation.
All
So
right.
that's 200 more to the match money tonight.
All right.
Thank y'all for that donation.
I would venture to guess that they have never missed a Rotary auction.
I would say
Supporting
you
Rotary
are
auction.
correct.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing.
Oh, he's back.
Oh.
He's
And
back.
he's got papers, y'all.
We have 11-minute warning in case this conversation goes back.
That was not me, Doc. That was Beth.
I bet he loves me.
Well, I have to change down here at the bottom. I appreciate what everybody does. So Mary Ann and I are going to give 500, and Bradley and Jennifer and Courtney are going to give 500. So that's 1,000. So.
All right, now we're rolling. rolling, now we're rolling. Good job,
That'll
Doc.
be, I could have been a board sponsor. I should have been a board
Yeah,
sponsor.
Yeah, you should have. You want to do that now?
we can still do it. We've got tomorrow night to go.
Maybe. No.
Yours and Mary Ann's is in memory of Gina Allen.
Yeah.
And I know Gina has played a special role in your life also.
Oh, Gina was, I'm telling you, what a loss. You know, I think we've lost some unbelievable people in our community to COVID and other things, like John Vinson. You know, I mean, it's, you know, you do all these things for great reasons, and then you see the people who aren't with us. You know, Stan White, Bradley was a Stan White recipient for scholarship, and just a whole lot of people done a whole lot of work, and, you know, you try to keep them in your memory to, you know, Josh, you really, I mean, that's such a loss. So, but it's good. Rotary does good things. We're a little bit OCD on how we spend our money, and we want to be good fiduciary caretakers of the money. And I think one of the reasons we're so successful is that we work so hard at making our money go as far as humanly possible. And I think I'm pretty proud of our group effort. I think we do wonderful things, and I hope and I think the community knows that and appreciates that, and we'll keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping
Now
on.
that we got a young buck like JB and Alana in the club, we can turn some of these responsibilities over to these people, and
Yeah, I love it.
yeah, go
We're
sit
not
on.
going to let y'all leave, though.
No, that's
No
not
way,
allowed.
no
No,
how.
I'm not leaving. Mary Ann's in Florida for 2 or 3 weeks. You know,
She's
she
a smart
goes
lady.
down there with her friends, and I'm happy for her to go to. I just soon go down to the dock, eat at whatever. What's HB on the?
Hubies.
It's now got Hubie's,
the
and
new
now
place
and
at
now
the-
Holiday Burger. Holiday
Hol-
Burger is moving
HB
into-
Holiday
Yeah,
Burger on the
Mhm.
lake. HB on the
Yeah.
lake. You
Yeah,
know.
there you go. There you go.
Absolutely.
You know, I just soon. They said it's going to be dry, which is okay. I can drink an iced tea or something down there, but we got a nice lake here.
We sure do.
We went down to John D. White's place today to get those old the
Nice
cutting
items, yeah,
boards.
yeah.
That guy's really interesting. He's in Rolling Hills.
Mm-hmm.
What a view! I mean, we got some wonderful views in this county, in Lyon County. He actually lives in Lyon County.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hey, I just placed a bid on handmade cedar birdhouse. Big Daddy helped build my house in 2000. And that's when I really got to know him. And boy, was that a learning experience. He was a mess. And he would make me laugh all the time. And
He told
building-
you what he thought.
Yeah, he did. And building a house is pretty intensive, you know, and I was pretty young to be doing that. I didn't really mean to be building a house at that stage in my life, but I needed to be living in this community, and I had bought that property about 6 or 8 years prior to building, and I had planned to retire, for it to be a retirement home, and it became pretty apparent to me just after a couple of years of running the station that, you know, I needed to be in this community and super serve this community, and the community needed to know I was all in. So I built the house, and Big Daddy, he oversaw all the HVAC stuff and helped with a lot of the electrical, and we became good buddies. And so every year he would contact me right before Rotary time, and normally through Linda Tribble, you know, he would send some items for the auction, and I would always bid on his items. That would tickle him to death, and I'd talk about him on the radio. And so Linda reached out to me and said, we found one last cedar birdhouse that Big Daddy built, and we would like for you to have it if you'd like to have it. And I said, absolutely, I want to have it. So I just placed a bid on it. I encourage you guys to do the same thing. It's item number 18760. It's cute as a button. I mean, just, it looks like a log house, and he hand did that out of cedar. It's a really, really
I keep on getting
neat-
outbid. I'm going to have to go back to my phone.
You got to get back on
Yeah,
the
you better get
computer.
back out there.
30 seconds
You
to
have
make
six,
that happen.
six minute warning. That's right. 5 minutes. That's right.
A minute ago, Beth, I just got a text. Tony Martinazzi has called in, and the Whitetail, name of her place, you announced it on the thing.
I
I
think I've
think
already
that
turned it in.
form's back in the.
Whitetail
Whitetail-
Vacation or
Vacation rental properties.
Vacation Rental Properties is owned by Tony Martinazzi, and I thought we said that a minute ago, but
Yeah.
she wanted to make sure that
Yeah,
that
we did.
we do. And Miss Tony,
did.
we appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Tim McGinnis has Y'all, I know, have been in communication all week on some different things, and we appreciate you year after year. And if we didn't say your name there a while ago, we apologize for that. But Whitetail Vacation Properties is owned by Tony Martinazzi, and please look her up sometime if you decide you want to do business with her. What's the time, Alana?
You are down to 4 minutes and 26 seconds.
4 minutes, 26 seconds, Bill Booth. You think we can make it?
We can make it. I got the ghost pepper sauce. I'm going to share it with you.
Oh, no. I'll come in tomorrow with whatever we're eating. And by the way, tomorrow night, what's happening tomorrow night?
Oh, yeah, it is Fish Fry Friday. Genesis Express, the best catfish you'll ever have. You can have it right here in Cadiz, Kentucky. It will be at our studio, our Metroplex parking lot. You'll come in the regular entrance. You'll circle around to the back side of the building like you're going to Subway. And they're going to be set up in the back. They're coming in the morning. They're bringing their concession trucks. And you will be able to safely purchase a fish sandwich for $6, a fish plate for $10. They will accept donations. They'll never say that to you, but I will say that to you. Give them more than what they ask for, because they're going to give more than you would ever expect. So be generous tomorrow night. Make donations to them as well. They are one of our partners, probably 30 years plus. We've done something together, and they will also be presenting to us a check tomorrow night. From what I'm hearing, a very, very, very successful Fill the Pits promotion that they did with us, where they did the Boston butts and chickens. 5 days, they said. They spent cooking, and they give 100% of the proceeds back to us on that. So.
Well, and this is probably one of the first fundraisers they've had since COVID, right?
It is. It is their first one. Of course, their largest fundraiser is between the Ham Festival. They do the basketball shooting booth there on Main Street. And then probably close to first or second is going to be their Rotary Fish Fry Night. So they're glad to be back in business. They're really excited. They came out and scoped out their space, and they're thrilled to get to be able to serve their community again.
As long as you don't let Bill Booth run them off tomorrow out there.
Oh, he's already been out there messing, so.
What a great group of guys.
Yes.
And if you're interested in getting involved with them, go see Coach George Radford or John Ladd or any of the crew out there. They're in need of more volunteers. Time is of the essence. 2 minutes. I heard a
2-minute warning.
Morning.
Josh Clausen, we knew you couldn't go without talking.
That was John Miller.
Oh, John Miller. I am so sorry, John Miller. I put you in the category with Josh tonight.
We for sure want to say a big thank you to John Miller. John works with us at WPKY. He is one of the best things that happened to us when we purchased WPKY in Princeton in 2018, and he has just settled right into the Edge Media Group and does a terrific job for us. And this is his first event that he's done with WKDZ. So this is his introduction to the Cadiz Rotary auction, and Propellerhead got his mom all set up so she can buy stuff during the auction.
Ooh.
Oh, was she? John is taking care of all the video for us.
As long as it's Spirit of Rotary bids, we're
That's right,
okay with
Spirit
that.
Rotary. That's right.
We're okay with that.
That's right.
So I think we're getting awful close on our match, but an extra couple thousand would sure be good, just to be sure.
We're not shooting for the match. We're shooting over the match, JB.
We're shooting over the match,
Well, yeah.
over the mountain. Absolutely.
This is the fourth night in a row.
But we got to get the match, though, for sure.
Yes.
That's right. We don't want to
So
waste
we
any
need
dollars.
help. We need help. 270-522-3232. This is critical. We got a
This is
minute,
your
40
1-minute
seconds.
warning.
1 minute warning on all
40
items at 9 o'clock.
seconds.
How many we have selling at 9 o'clock?
A bunch.
40 seconds on the 40, 28.
Yep.
Y'all quit talking to me. Quit talking.
Oh, gosh. JB,
I mean, it's like
I'd hate
countdown.
for you to lose out.
It's
You
like
need to type,
countdown.
type.
It's like countdown, y'all.
It's fast fingers, like fast feet,
Oh, yeah,
fast
and you gotta
fingers.
get ready.
40 items.
Look, you
40
gotta-
items being sold right now as we
That's
speak.
right.
That is that's the most
We're
we've
almost
sold in
there.
the
We're going
third
to do a
hour.
countdown. Ready? Go. 6,
5, 4, 3, 2,
1.
1. You're listening to the 54th annual Cadiz Rotary Radio Auction. It's on WKDZ FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton, and JB's in a panic. What
I'm in panic mode. No, hey, I'm
at him, he's
still
sweating.
in. I'm still in. I'm still in. Like it's a battle here, y'all. This is the most exciting thing ever.
Shut
and y'all,
up or you're gonna lose
oh,
your
I
bet.
am not the high bidder, but I'm in there again. I won't.
Persistence. So
And whoever's bidding against me knows because it's already past time, and it's like this eBay
You're gonna
battle.
keep talking and then you're gonna lose another item.
focus. Focus. Eyes on the prize. So
No.
this is funny. This is how you know you live in a small town. I kind of cruise Facebook while we're try to answer questions, and people send me messages just like they send texts. And so this is fun. So we've been joking about the goat, right?
Yeah.
So Mary Elizabeth Rader bought the goat.
Oh, thank goodness it wasn't
So
anybody.
her brothers have wasted no time roasting her about buying the goat, and that's what the quote is when you buy livestock through the Rotary auction. So it is so fun. You know, this is what it's been about this week. It's been about people. It's been about our family and friends, our community. Sorry, Mary Elizabeth, to put you on the spot on,
But not
on
really.
the radio, but I mean, it's been very entertaining to me. So the good news is JB is not going home with the goat.
So we need another goat for Ann Williamson.
Somehow Mary Elizabeth will talk to Trey, and the goat will end up on our farm. I can assure you. So, I'm still in on my stuff, so y'all can't get.
So Phil,
I mean,
still
it's
working on it.
No, I'm back and forth. Oh, look here. I'm not anymore.
I was fixing to
I
say,
am,
quit
Bill
being
Booth,
cheap.
I am. This
JB,
thing
you-
might bring a record. Who knows?
A record.
We're already $100 over.
Well, listen, you can.
JB. No law, but look, I'm getting prepared because when it hits again, I've already got my new figure in.
All you got to do is hit send. Place bid.
Place bid.
Yeah.
No, because it gives you more time, and I mean, it's like craziest thing ever.
I'm
Like,
so invested in watching you, I can't even talk about anything else.
I mean, this is exciting. Hey, it's countdown. Let's see if they hit it. 18, 17, 16.
Uh-oh.
They know because they're listening to me. You know whoever you are, and I wish you'd call and tell me because this is the
Now,
most
see, this is where we would
exciting
normally
thing
have
ever.
one on the phone and one on the floor.
That's right.
But
And
instead, they're
going back
both
and
in the
forth.
store, right?
Oh, I didn't. Here we go. I'm in. Uh-oh. This is the most exciting thing ever. I'm clicking fast. These quarter increments, though, man, we've got to figure this out. This is the most exciting thing I've done all day.
When the auction's over, if you still have time, if there's a bid war going on, it doesn't end till.
That's
Well,
right.
let
If
me
there's
tell you one
action-
thing. It will end for me because I'm going to have to go to sleep tonight at some point. So whoever you are, you just keep. This is exciting.
So,
We're now $110 over bid.
Oh,
Spirit
keep
of
on.
Rotary.
Spirit.
The spirit has caught you by the coattails,
Yeah,
JB.
I know.
Spirit of Rotary
This
is
is
in.
exciting.
That's right.
This is exciting. I'll tell the story when all this is over with, but
Well,
not
don't
until then.
lose your focus. Quit looking at me.
Yeah,
Look
No,
at
no,
your
no,
computer.
no. I got, look here, 21 seconds. Let's see if you're coming in. 17, 16,
I think we've
15.
got the Thursday
JB,
night
you've
slap
not
happy.
been very successful at this last-minute bidding so far. You've 0 for 3. Three
I'm gonna
nights
see,
in a row.
and then I'm
you've
gonna tell
lost
That's
two
right.
items
I
because
got
you
5
was-
seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got beat again. They are.
It's almost like they're intentionally waiting till the last
I
second.
am. Whoever this person is, know we're in a battle, though. I'm gonna have to give up here in a little bit, so because my hands are wore out, my clicker's wore out.
Well,
This is
I hate to
crazy.
ruin the suspense, JB, but our good friend Mr. John Ruffley
That's
just walked
okay.
in
I'm
the
gonna
room.
focus over here, John.
If you're spending money, just go right ahead.
He appears to not be terribly worried about the totals right now.
You didn't even think as an auction chair, that'd be all he would be worried about.
While you're at it, write me a Century Club check.
Oh, I think that's a call out,
There you go.
JB.
Tell you what.
Well, I'm getting like repeated emails, auction is ended, but then I get notice, JB Moore has not ended. He's still bidding.
Going.
I'm gonna have to hit it one more time just for,
Oh, yeah, just go on and put a big number up there, big boy. Big number it.
Bid high.
Bid high, bid often.
right?
Take
That's
your own
right.
advice. Hey, I know you got some extra money because you didn't get the freezer.
That's
That
right.
you were supposed to buy.
So that's like
And-
500 extra bucks, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Right, didn't get the TV
Didn't get the
you were gonna
TV,
buy.
that's like 400
So
extra bucks.
So I know you got money in your
I
pocket.
gotta look and see if I got anything. I probably haven't gotten anything.
What's the value of what he's bidding on?
We don't know what he's bidding on. He hadn't told us what he's bidding on. He's
I know,
scared to
but
tell us.
I'm gonna tell y'all in a little bit, and this is exciting. This is exciting. I hope the people at home are as excited as I am.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Trey's.
Uh-oh, we're down, countdown. I've done took over the whole show, and I'm sorry about that.
You know you're not. You've been trying all night to take it over.
Uh-oh, I've got 3 seconds.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, so
All
it's
done?
over.
All in, all done?
What was even more fun about this, and I'm gonna tell this story right quick, because I know we're waiting on totals, right?
Well, yeah, thank you.
So, my uncle called me or texted me tonight, and he's gonna probably, if it don't suit you, Uncle Larry, I'm gonna help you here, but he sent me a text about the Century Club, and he also said, buy Graham Cofield, sign whatever it brings, okay? So that's the spirit of Rotary.
There you go. There you go.
So that $250 sign just brought $400. So that's the spirit of Rotary. That was Larry and Sissy Lawrence. So we expect to see that hanging up down on Maple Grove Road. That is the spirit of Rotary, and we thank y'all for that. And that is, Larry is the magistrate out in that area, so y'all make sure that you know he's supporting the community and doing things other than just trying to take care of your roads and
being retired now.
Retired now, I know. I mean, don't spend all your retirement. You have to go back to work. I mean, gee whiz. But anyway, it was fun. I don't know. I wish somebody would text me and tell me who was. That's exciting to be bidding more like that. And I was going to be done and tell Graham, hey, you're going to have to make us another sign, and we're in at 400. But anyway. So,
And the good thing is, he would have done it.
He absolutely would have.
Well, maybe we ought to call him.
So if the backup bidder wants to call 522-3232, we might get that worked out, and that'll be another additional
I
money
have a
for
feeling
the.
we can make that happen.
We can make that happen. We've
I
committed.
think we just volunteered, Graham.
We did. He deserves it. He deserves it though.
See,
So
you just
backup bidder on the plasma cutout sign 270-522-3232. And we'll get you a sign made for the $400 if you're in on that. So thank you for your bid activity.
That's awesome.
Good job, JB. You have officially wasted 8 minutes of
Well, I know, but totals, we need totals. see,
waiting
so-
on you.
I know, but hey, I wasn't gonna miss out on that.
No, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good
Those are the kind of things that happen at the Cadiz Rotary auction, and it's where you see people just come together to do things all for the right reason. And that really, it restores your faith and confidence in people, doesn't it? And, you know, I'm gonna work hard at not being on a soapbox here, but we've seen a lot of negativity in the last year. COVID hasn't brought out the best in a lot of people. And I think our community very much needed this week to heal and to nurture and to love one another and to do good things for each other and to see how much more fun and how much better life is when we're doing good for other people. It's been a terrific week. And I've not even seen totals yet, John, and I haven't heard your totals yet. But I can tell you that we've had a good night tonight because our community has rallied and we've had people give. I appreciate that $25 as much as anything we've done tonight. And you know, that's what this is all about, is finding the needs of people and fulfilling those needs and then trying to do and one. You know, don't just fulfill it, but do something a little bit extra.
That's right.
Absolutely. John Ruffley is in the house.
Yes, we were listening to y'all. We did have a great night. we struggled a little bit tonight with the Century Club, and we had the $10,000 match going, and we had a great night last night. I think a lot of people got in last night because, it was Gene Allen night, and a lot of folks did memorials to her and to Simone Parker and to John R. Vinson, who had just passed away, and a bunch of other people. We had a lot of memorials done, but about halfway through the evening, we were sitting back there in the boiler room just looking at each other, and you all got on the radio and reached out, and we had some folks back there got on the phones and reached out, and people came through at the last minute, and we got $9,775 in Century Clubs. And of course, we had a 10,000 match going on, so we'll get at least $9,775 out of that. I'll have to say our match donors are usually very generous with us and go ahead and give us the amount that they had committed on the match, whether we actually meet it or not. So if we do the 10, that puts us $19,775 for tonight.
$775, so we really need we need a text message.
We needed $225.
$225.
If somebody sent us $225, we got the legitimate match, and we are,
So I will
once
say,
again,
we'll be here for a little while still, and the phones are still open.
Yeah.
Our text, you can text us, message us. We will gladly take it.
got that one.
Let's maximize our match donors. $225, guys. That's what we need. And we will hit our $10,000 match, and that will be a wonderful night.
now I'm not sure if this one got back to us yet.
Okay. So if you can check on that one, I've still got
I will
reports coming in.
go
on
check,
revised.
and we
Okay.
will be right back because
Okay. All right.
Oh.
All right.
I will get Mr. Miller to take this back there.
All right.
Okay, I got an announcement.
Okay.
So, a good friend of mine, customer of mine, Tommy and Stacy Ray they used to be my neighbors over behind. Stacy works for the health department and does, I think, plumbing inspection or septic tank, something. But anyway, she was the backup bidder on my sign, so I didn't realize, Miss Stacy, that we were having fun with that. But she's in at $400 on the second sign. So thank you, Tommy and Stacy Ray, for that. And I'll get with Graham.
I'm
And,
gonna say you're gonna break the.
yeah,
news,
I'll
right?
break the news with Graham, but he kind of deep down owes me a little bit anyway because of his mouth. It's like the preacher said, he prays after he speaks sometimes. And yeah.
He can't help it now, JB.
Do what now?
I said he can't help it. It comes natural to him.
Graham, we're on you, son, so I'll get with you tomorrow. And we'll get that figured out. But thank you, Stacy Ray, for that, and Larry Lawrence. That's what the Rotary Week's all about. You're talking an $800 swing and things with 2 items there, and we thank both of y'all for that. So, with no totals yet, Beth? Are we getting
None
close?
yet. I'm still working on it. There's still items coming in, closing out. We just got.
Because you stacked them up in there tonight. We warned people, didn't we? Get in
Yeah,
there.
I told you. 200 items on a Thursday night would be a record number of items.
So, here
y'all
comes
How
John.
about if y'all plug Friday night, talk about our fish fry and our big items? We need to put a big plug in there for the 3 items sitting out on our parking lot. We need lots more bids there. Go ahead, John.
Okay, now was that another Century Club?
No, this is just a note. We're using these for notes, too. I mean, if we need it, we can figure it out, but.
Well, we had one out here, we hadn't gotten back to putting our total, so it was for $200.
Oh!
That makes us $99.75.
$99.75. Well, guess what? We were $225 short, and I said we need a text message, right?
Yep.
Lindsay and Matt Hunt over at West Kentucky Door said they'll do it. So they're the 2, whatever you needed, 225
There you go.
match there. So thank you, Lindsay and Matt. That's Randy Caldwell's daughter, the 3rd generation of Western Kentucky Door with Mr. J.L. Caldwell. What a great family, and every year your dad would look down and smile on you for that because that was his style. He said, just let me know what you need and we'll get it figured out. So thank you so much for texting my mom and my mom texting me. Sometimes if you don't have my number, you got somebody that does, or
It's a
Alana's
chain
number, or Beth.
reaction,
It's a
that's
chain
right.
reaction. So we appreciate all of our supporters, and John's frantically writing down another name. He's not going to miss a name.
right.
So
Well, with the generous response of those folks, that actually puts us for the night at $10,200.
all right.
Beth, above and
I still,
beyond.
above and beyond, that's
And-
right.
and then-
That's right. You got it,
So we
Alana.
add 10 to that, and that makes us 20,200 on the match.
20,400.
20,000.
Yeah,
400.
I'm sorry, 400. And we were at 148, 699, 75 total for our Century Club. With the additional 475, that puts us to 149, 174, 75 for the Century Club, with 10 added on to that. So that would put us at 159, 174, 75 total for the Century Club through the night.
Good job, John. Thank you for your work and all that you do for the Century Club. Tomorrow night, remember that Genesis will be doing the fish fry in the parking lot. You'll come in the normal entrance of the parking lot, drive back. You can call in your orders too. I'm not exactly sure the phone number to call on your orders, but they'll take your order when you get to the
I
parking
think
lot.
they were going to have it posted.
Okay, they're going to
out here in
post
the
it.
parking lot.
Okay.
I'll announce it tomorrow afternoon from 3 to 5.
All right, so Bill Booth is on that project, the one and only Bill Booth. Fish fry. So let's go over a few big items that are going to be selling tomorrow night. So here's the deal. Everything will sell, whatever it brings tomorrow night. We're
Everything
not.
that's left will sell.
We don't have anything that's carried over. Once there's a deadline to this style auction, it's over. So let me go over a few items, starting at the top of the list, and basically I'm sorting highest value to lowest. We've got the 2018 Keystone Outback Ultralight 314 bunkhouse travel trailer, donated by a friend of Rotary. That item's at $20,500. We got the Kubota LX 2610 SU HD tractor with front end loader, donated by H&R AgriPower. Item 18480, that's at $19,951. Our 2013 Toyota Prius, donated by a friend of Rotary. Item 18558 is at $7,000. We really need some activity on that because that's a super nice automobile. And if you're in doubt, come to the radio station tomorrow. The last three items I mentioned are sitting right out front. You can tour those. You can, I was going to say you could hear the car run, but it didn't run when I started it because it's a hybrid.
It's quiet.
And it was quiet. So we've got the digital hearing aids donated by Audubell Hearing Center, item 18113. That's up to $500. So, but that's a $3,800 value, so we're a long way. The Bowflex Revolution with all the weights, item 18987, is at $425. Our Lake Barkley Marina 40-foot boat slips at $751. The red 3-drawer flip-up lid snap-on cart donated by Brandon Ezel with Snap-on Tools is at $400. We need some activity on that. That's a $1,245 value item. The complete bicentennial pins set as of March 31st, 2021, item 18253 is at $500. That same item sold Monday morning and donated back for $2,900, so that's a very nice item. The Charlie Daniels signed souvenir fiddle donated by Rick and Meg Hicks, unbeknownst to Rick, cards, Rick's cards and
I guess
collectibles.
that means it was donated by Meg.
That's right, exactly. And it could have or could not have been.
Could or may not.
May or may not.
May or may not. I got to use
You got to remember she's an attorney now.
attorney
You gotta-
words.
You got to be
yeah.
careful.
I would struggle with
May
that.
or may not.
Right. We've got a nice king set of Shenandoah plush mattresses donated by Herb Hayes Furniture of Hopkinsville. Item 18431. That's a $501 bid on an $820 item. We've got a Liberty gun safe donated by Hudson Inc. at $750, item 18005. We have a Harper House chef's meal and drinks for 6, item 18310, that's currently at $800. The 6 hours of D8 dozer work at $800. We have a fitness center membership for a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children, donated by the Lake Barkley State Resort Park. Item 18464 is currently at $380. We have a $500 gift certificate to the Edge Media Group. Wonder who they are.
I don't know, but I hear they're good.
Advertising. 18116, that's a $500 item, and we currently are a full value bid, but we would like a Spirit of the Edge Media Group and Spirit of Rotary bid on that item. Let me tell you, this group has donated a ton of time, effort, and money and energy to this week, so that would be a great Spirit of Rotary item to bid on. We've got a $500 Prizer Point Marina and Resort boat rental. It's currently at $225. We've got an aged 2 years country ham by Gary Litchfield that's currently at $150. That's a 18064 item. I haven't talked about this item tonight. A Willet Pot Still Reserve Bourbon.
You haven't talked about it because you've been sipping on it, Jake.
Exactly.
No, I got to make sure I bought the one tonight for sure. But this one, it's still got some tape. But you know, every night it looks like it's a little bit lower, doesn't it? But this is quite a fancy bottle. My understanding is the bottle is in the shape of a pot still.
Let David Miller tell about it.
Yeah, David Miller, you haven't been on the microphone tonight.
He's
We
a
need to
little bit of
let
a
you
bourbon
tell about
collector.
the Willet Pot Still.
Come on over, Red Rover.
Bourbon Reserve. This guy here is silent but deadly. That's what I like
That's
to call
right,
him.
silent but deadly.
You've repeated everything I know about it, so.
All from you, I learned from the best.
They say the nose of it is more of like a vanilla, but the taste has a very oaky type finish. So.
The nose of it.
The nose.
Does this sound like a bourbon drinker to you?
Well, the limestone water is filtered, and you know we're known for being able to grow corn in Kentucky. And the third biggest factor to why Kentucky bourbon is so much more unique is the wide temperature changes we have. So that barrel's constantly soaking in and releasing that bourbon, and that's what causes that.
You never
specific
know. That
unique
could be some
taste.
grain that was grown right here in Trigg County. Trigg and Christian County are 2 huge grain counties. Could be Riverbend Farms grain. You never know.
I kind of have to put that one down. I know where my corn went, and unfortunately it was not to the distillery.
Okay.
Mine
Okay.
went to ethanol.
Ethanol. Okay. Still going to Christian County. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Ethanol plant.
You know, JB, I've been staring at this flag all night, and we haven't touched on it any.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's donated. It's a handmade American flag. It's got a Trigg County outline etched into it. The picture just doesn't do it justice. This is donated by Chad Taylor. Just absolutely beautiful. This is one that you've got to get online and look at the picture, but I'm going to tell you the picture doesn't do it justice. It's a $250 value. We are at a Spirit of Rotary bid of $325, but even that's not enough for how gorgeous this flag is. It's all wood, and it's hand carved and etched, and it is a really, really cool piece. So thank you, Chad, for that. We've been sitting here staring at it all week. We've had it in the room with us. We don't have very many items in here with us, but that's one of them. So
It is a beautiful item. We've been able to take more items this year from individuals and from people who do things artistically because we can showcase them better through our store, and we can do justice. Sometimes we've turned down items only because we knew we couldn't get the money we needed to get for it because we couldn't show it the way we needed to show it. And the last thing we want is to disappoint someone who has worked hard to give us an item for the auction. So we still have sales coming in. Tonight, I apologize, it's taken a little longer because we had 40 items in that last hour. We've been having about 20 or 25. So they're still processing through. I'm still getting orders coming in. I just saw where David Freeze, I just saw an order come in from him for season tickets to the Alhambra. So thank you very much for that, Bye. So it's just taken a few minutes.
So
but
I did
we're
have an
close.
update. People that want to call in their fish fry order for tomorrow, the phone number for that is 270-871-1344. Again, for the fish fry tomorrow, if you want to pre-order your fish fry items, it's 270-871-1344. We really need to help Genesis and give them a strong showing tomorrow. It's going to be super easy. You just pull in up here at the WKDZ radio station. You'll circle around behind the building, and they will bring it out to your vehicle, and you circle out the other side. Very easy to do. We're trying to make it as easy and accessible as we possibly can to make it successful for them. So.
Absolutely. I wanted to say something about these big items that you might want to lay your eyes on. If you come by Farm Bureau tomorrow between 10 and 3 and you want to look at the 32 by 32 coffee table by Jake Wallace, or the anything there, a purse or a bog bag, or if you got an item, if you'll tell me the Pit Boss grill, all that stuff is there, a bicycle, whatever that you might be interested, that you're a little bit unsure of, and you want to look at this item, you can obviously just call or come by there, and we'll social distance. We'll do whatever makes you feel safe. But if I know too that if you are looking at a $400 item and you think, man, I'd really like to lay my eyes on that. I might would give over money for it if I could see it, touchy-feely kind of thing. You're more than welcome to try to come by and see that tomorrow while we're there.
You'll just some pickups tomorrow.
Pull around to the side door. I'm going to have the signs out tomorrow for pickup for Mr. Keith from 10 to 3. So I know that time is good. So if you can come between that 5-hour span, that would be really good. But you're more than welcome to come up there and take a look at some of these items. We've had a really good night, I feel like. Our Century Club, we met our match tonight. We have some really generous people in town. It's like Beth said, whether you can do $5 or $5,000, you're all important. It takes every one of us pulling on the rope. Similar to the Staten Decorating metal sign that was on there tonight. Everybody pulls on the rope and makes it work. But let's go over a few more items that are going to be tomorrow night. We've got the Pit Boss Pellet Grill. It's an Austin XL donated by a friend of Rotary. That's a $450 value that we're currently at $400. The 4 Atlanta Braves home game tickets for the 2021 season, item 18114, is currently at $580. We've got a 2-night stay in a lodge room or cottage at Lake Cumberland State Resort Park. That's currently at $250. We got a $300 Prizer Point Marina and Resort boat rental that's currently at $200. The turquoise and help me with the bog
Turks
bag.
and Caicos.
Caicos?
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos.
Yes.
All right, for
You're
you
welcome.
original bog bag goody people. And these things are pretty cool, though. They look like Crocs. I want to call them a Croc bag.
Like Crocs.
They do. Main Street Pharmacy has these for sale.
That's right.
And
This one's full of baby goodies.
baby goodies.
Yeah, it's got some teethers and some books and things in it. It's really, really cool.
A bog bag. We've got an all sports pass that's currently overvalued, item 18813. I'll tell you, Beth, we really need some items because there's not much room for, there's some Spirit of Rotary room, but these items are really, people are really bidding good on our items. So if you have items and you want to drop them by Kentucky Farm Bureau tomorrow or WKDZ or call a Rotarian, we'll be glad to get those items. We'll get them up, put them on online. We got 2 great helpers, Kimberly Allen and Mitchell Blackman. Thank y'all so much for the work you've done this week. It's been over and beyond. I know. And video. Oh my goodness. The camper video. I mean, gee whiz, if you're not a high bidder on that thing, people are crazy, aren't they? It's a super nice RV travel trailer camper. We got a nice video. Kimberly Allen has done a Days of Our Lives video on that. And so get on there and look at that.
She had her own videographer and everything this morning. Tom Rogers went out there with her and.
They did a really good job. Yeah, really good. So I was just looking, and I'm going to do this one before you butcher it, JB.
Oh.
So we've got this really cool charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
Charcuterie.
Now you've learned a new word tonight.
So it's
Now you've learned
You
a new
need to
word.
practice that one for tomorrow.
Charcuterie.
It's donated by Heirloom Table Home. It's got space for your crackers and your meat and your cheese. It's got a
It's
Bible
beautiful.
verse. It is. It's really cool. It's a $250 value. I can't see the size on it, but it looks really big in the picture. So 15 by 37. There you go, with the various cutouts for serving. So that's a really hot thing right now. Everybody's making their own charcuterie boards.
Charcuterie. Well, that item, I think, is down there at the office if somebody truly wanted. But these pictures, if you click on the picture, too,
It makes it bigger.
It makes it big. That's another feature that you might not know if you think, well, that picture's too small. Well, if you just lean over there and click on it, John Miller can coach you how if you don't know how.
Because
click
he's the
on-
propeller head in the room, right?
He is. I'm telling you, I had Eastern time on this laptop for literally a year, during the whole pandemic. So if I'm late to a meeting, if I am late though now because I think I've got
can't
an
even blame
extra
me.
hour, I'm going to call John Miller and say, now look, we
gotta
have
get to
got a
sit
problem.
back.
So when I come in, it's all you.
Because you know what Norman told you about being late, don't you? It'll change it.
Man, look at that. There's nothing short about you, John Miller, but your hair and that stuff is growing. I can feel it. And what'd you say about Norman? Norman says if you're late, he says if you're early, you need more obligations, right?
Yeah, right.
So you don't have enough on your calendar.
Right.
Norman's told me that since day one. He says never get there too early because you don't have enough obligations. So that makes good sense. So if I'm late to the meeting, I just say, well, I had plenty
too
of
many
obligations. That's right.
So-
That's right.
All right.
What you got,
We
Big Mama?
eventually have to cut off because things will trickle in over the course of the evening, and sometimes one gets clogged up just for a few minutes. So it's 9:32, and I think that's long enough. So do you think we're up, down, or flat from last night? We had a record Wednesday night.
Well, we hope to be up. Up.
The Eternal Optimist. We're up.
Up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 votes. Bill's kind of got hesitation on his face.
It's 4 items, but man, yesterday was popular.
Yesterday was killer, wasn't it?
Bill, get with the consensus.
Up.
All right.
All right. All right. So I'm going to scroll down, let y'all see the back side, and we're going to do the total together, okay?
Okay.
And it's on the left bottom column.
So the price or the value column, I want to get it right.
You're going to get the price,
Okay.
okay? Because that's what we got, how much we got. All right, you ready? Everybody ready?
Ready.
On the count of 3.
1, 2,
two,
3.
1,600.
16,000.
Okay, there you go. $16,682.
$2.50.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. $16,682.50.
What's your percentage?
I
know you're big on these numbers.
Yes, I am, and you are too. That's why we love each other. That's one of the reasons we love each other. All right.
Because
so
we had some really big items tonight. We had some really high dollar things
We
in
did.
the store. So
we did. We had a really good stacked up night, and we went into the night with great bidding. 79%. Yeah.
All right.
That's where we need to be.
So
And
that's
that's up.
even up.
And that's up. That is up. So, that's right. Mr. Numbers down at the end of the table. David Miller's a numbers man too. So here's the challenge. Tomorrow night, we want to be better than 79.1% of value. Now, that's going to be tough.
that's a tall order. We've
That's a
got some
tall
really,
order because
really
we've
big
got a
items.
$36,000 piece of paradise out there that we've got to bid on, right? So we're going to have to be all over it. We need to bust gold tomorrow. And we can do that. This community has truly shown that they are 100% behind us, 100% and 101% behind us, right?
Absolutely.
We've got a good night lined up for tomorrow night. We've put in items tonight. Kim and Mitchell have worked tirelessly. We've entered, how many of you entered tonight? You've entered several tonight that have come in? Okay, 12 or 13 tonight. We will have people in the morning ready to donate more items to us. JB will be on the air at 8:30 in the morning. We'll be working through that last half hour. We will be live on the air from 3 until 5 tomorrow afternoon with Bill Booth. The show will be all about Cadiz Rotary and what we do with our money and what we need for the final push. We have some students coming in tomorrow that will be with us for that 3 to 5 hour. I'm excited about that. That's what we work for. That's what motivates us. And so that will be our little motivation for tomorrow afternoon to give us one more push for the night. And we'll be back on air at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And I think we're probably over 200 items tomorrow night as well. So, and there are a lot of big items in there. So please be very generous in your bidding. If you've not done your Century Club yet, please consider doing that. And if you have done your Century Club and you feel comfortable with the and one, we're happy to have two Century Clubs, okay? Everybody good for the night? All right.
Good to go.
On behalf of the entire KDZ crew and PKY Video, I appreciate it, John Miller, very much. We want to talk with Ashley. Tell her thank you very much for good work done in the control rooms on the background tonight. She's worked extremely hard. You're listening to WKDZ FM, Cadiz, Hopkinsville, Princeton. Good night.